Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuning in live and direct here early as well. Big ups to you guys. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are sorry, I just realized that it's playing on my phone. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Did I say that already? Did I say that part
You
already?
did.
There we are. I've watched the intro. Anyway, listen, I am joined by these absolute fraudulent people right here. Yeah, absolute frauds. But got a lot of love for all of them, bro. But anyway, listen, I am joined by Ash, G, Martin,
West
and
Side.
Hooks. I can't
Nah,
lie.
man, nah, man, nah, man. We got to do it with more energy than that, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
more
Akhi.
energy,
Yeah, Akhi,
crew.
we have to remember that we have to remember we lost against Bayern
Bro,
Munich. So
we lost. It's
there's
fine.
there's not that much
Done.
energy, bro. Like,
It's
'cause
done, bro. It's done.
I'm actually still pissed off. But
Yeah, that's fine.
um,
But if you're pissed off, come with the pissed off energy in it, not this. Oh, oh,
the loss to Aston Villa was the loss to Aston Villa is the one that hit real like
yeah,
hard.
man.
Yeah, more than
That's
the
the one.
Bayern one for me.
That's the one that hit hard. So I think the Bayern one wasn't as bad
It was
because
respectable. It was a respectable loss.
respectable, bro. I just expected
But it
us
was
to
a
go.
respectable loss.
But I expected us to go there and
I don't feel embarrassed. Right now, embarrassment is not what I feel. I do not feel embarrassed. I do not feel like we got
disappointment.
super punched up by a big European team. I do feel I do feel disappointed because obviously I wanted to go as far as possible, but at least we didn't get punched up 5-1 in 2 legs. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it was respectable. Both legs were respectable. So yeah, obviously doesn't justify losing, doesn't justify it and going out, but at least all of them man can at least hold their heads high and say we didn't get
Except
pumped.
Saka.
Yeah,
There you are.
wait, just a quick question.
Already, man.
Was
You're
it
gonna
him
start already.
that took the
The last corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
was it him that
Yes.
took the quick kick as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. Was
Yes.
it Ben White who kicked it, or was it Saka?
Nah,
was
Ben White was
No,
on
it
to
was Saka.
It was Saka.
Yeah.
Ben White was the one receiving it. Saka is the one who took it quickly.
Pause.
I'm actually
So-
more. I think I'm more angry at that than the corner, bruv. I'm honestly more vexed at that free kick than because that's what moments are in Champions League, bruv. That free kick in the last minute, Odegaard, something like that, top bins.
I was so
happens,
waiting
bruv.
for Odegaard to bang that top bins, and then I was like,
You know,
"What?"
that's the sort of
What happened?
moments that happen in Champions League, but that's something he'll probably learn from and not do again, bruv.
I think it's
Yeah.
tempered a little bit because City went out as well. I feel like if City went through, we'd have to like suffer a little bit more. But yeah, it's disappointing. I kind of hope that we get to semi-finals at least.
Yeah, listen, I can't lie, man. I can't lie. I had to really hold. I was so angry, bro. I think the time where I was most angry was when we bought an Eddie Nketiah. When we bought in Eddie Nketiah, I was like,
I
bro,
laughed, man. I was like, "Are
bro,
you serious?"
we're done. I can't believe I am at the top level. I am at the Allianz Arena currently, and I am playing against Bayern Munich, and I have just brought on Eddie Nketiah to try and get a goal. Do we think we're playing against Sheffield United? What the fuck do you think he's gonna do, bro?
I just
Yes,
thought about
we had great
imagining
times,
if Nketiah scored. Like that would be the craziest thing. It was like ridiculous to see that sub.
bro. If Nketiah scored, bro, I would have,
It
bro.
would have been like gravity wouldn't exist anymore. It would be
Everything
upside down.
gone, bro. You know, this whole desk flung, bro. I don't care no more. Forget about the computer screens and the PS5 and the TVs and all of that, bro. Everything gone, bro. I'm going mad, bro. You mad? Nketiah scoring at the Allianz Arena, bro. I can live off that for days, bro. Years.
Yeah, I couldn't see it
Bro.
happening in like a million simulations. So yeah, we don't have to deal with that reality.
But you know what? But you know what? Yeah, because you mentioned that sub, yeah, it's not even.
There you are.
It's not even that sub, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, today Arteta showed man that he's mad predictable, bro. Because at the 67th minute, yeah, Jorginho and Martinelli comes off for
Yeah, it was so
Odegaard
obvious.
and Jesus. Tuchel's he was probably
I was
over there, like, bro. Yo, Mikel, man, when you making these subs, man, bro, we're waiting for you, you know, like, bro, like, what's going on? Like, why is the only subs that we can never make is bring on Jesus and Trossard? Like,
Because
why
that's
is
the only quality that we've got, though. Like, I was
No,
begging
no,
him
no.
to come on.
Martin,
Bro.
let's not do that. Let's
What
not do
about
that.
what about
Who else
Ready?
should we have brought on that I'm missing? Like
Partey,
Vieira.
Thomas,
Did
TP5.
you see Thomas Partey
TP5.
come on against, was it Bayern or Villa, where he just headed the ball to them and looked like he
It
was
doesn't
drunk?
matter. He
He's a good
came on
one-man
against.
clown show.
Okay, so this is
I think
where
he should have
I
started.
disagree. Thomas Partey, when he came on against Bayern Munich, he's the one who put that ball through so Saka could
You
run
know
on
that
it.
ball wasn't meant for Saka. It was meant for Jesus.
Jesus? Yeah.
It was like
It
a
wa- it
missed
was.
pass turned into a chance.
Either way, he's the only one that's capable of putting balls in at that speed.
He was
Paul.
terrible. We need to forget our
Nah.
history of Partey and remember.
No,
thinking
but
of
right
normal
now,
teams.
right now he was needed. We could have used him in
Sure.
that game.
no,
In that game, we
Martin.
needed to take Jorginho off and add a bit more speed to the midfield. Yeah.
Partey,
No, and
Then-
it's super, bro. It's super obvious because you've taken Martinelli out and you're bringing Trossard, which is the sub he's gonna always do. But it's, by the way, I'm a huge critic of Martinelli and the way he doesn't take on players sometimes. But even I'm gonna admit now, what difference do you think Trossard is gonna make there? Because that side was so blocked whenever we tried to attack. Not that side, both flanks basically.
Both
If
sides.
Martinelli couldn't do much with his space, Trossard is coming to do nothing because they were overcrowding us in the midfield. And you brought on Nketiah and you went, okay, I understand the reason he brought in Nketiah. He wanted to go all out attack and just try to equalize. Yeah, then in the last 5 minutes at least, maybe not the last 10 or 15, but the last 5 minutes, throw everyone forward except the centre backs and just hoof ball forwards. We didn't put in up any proper cross when Nketiah and all these guys came in. And I don't mean cross only from the sides, I mean cross from anywhere. I don't remember a single clear-cut chance we created except for that quick pass by Saka on the free kick, which I don't even think he should have taken. I think he should have waited for the free kick and we could have crossed it in.
No, I mean we had that thing that should have been a corner, right? When Odegaard shot, and I think it was like 5 minutes before end of time.
That
Like,
was
putting the pressure on.
fraudulent. Although, like, we can't blame that. It was fraudulent. That
was ridiculous because it was deflected as well as saved by Neuer.
And we had them. We were putting pressure on them. Like, I'm not. We can't sit there and say anything would have happened from that, but that's fraudulent to miss. The fact that it hit two players and the Lino's not giving that, and even the ref, bruv. But I'm not gonna lie, we could see it on the TV that. But regardless, bro.
Let's not even mention that.
Let's all the nitpicking anyway. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be real. Even even all this stuff about Partey should have come on.
Do one, bro.
Even all this stuff about like Partey should have come on, and that I agree. I would have actually started Partey, to be honest. Personally.
Yeah.
But once again, I think that is once again us trying to find these excuses again for why we lost, bruv. That's not why we lost, bruv. Because at the end of the day, our attack was doing jack shit. And if you're bringing on a DM, bruv, yeah, to be the reason that you actually get chances in the game, there's something wrong with your attacking force, bruv. They're not good enough. It's as simple as that. Bruv.
No.
No. We're not running.
No. We're not running that narrative. Because Partey is not just a DM. Partey is someone who is always looking to break the line. So bringing on Partey actually
they weren't playing in that, bro. I'm telling you now.
He actually boosts your attack.
The way they were playing, bro. The way they were so, like, bro. I was watching the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. First things first, I want to give credit to Bayern Munich. People want to say this and that about them. They were hungry for that. But every time we got the ball, they were hounding us, bro. There was multiple men on any player. That they knew their game plan. Their game plan was simple.
Exactly.
Bayern Munich have only lost 2 games at home this season. No matter how trash they've been this season, they've only lost 2 games at home this season.
100%.
We lost the game in the first leg by not winning it. As simple as that, bruv. Yeah. You can sit there and say about the penalty.
We've got to talk about one thing here. Partey is not coming back. Okay, he's gone. Dada's gone. He went for cigarettes and milk. He's not coming home. He's not going to be the player that he was for us. You need to forget if
how do we know that?
Brought him on when he needed him most in these games. He's telling you that he's keeping him so he can be sold and he's not going to be injured. He's not going to be that player.
And this is why you have to call out Arteta because Partey should not be sitting on the bench watching the game like me, bro. That's not what Partey should be doing.
If they're doing that, then bro, I got
Why is he on
serious
the bench?
words. I need
What?
to have serious words with
Why is
Have
he on
words
the
with
whoever's
bench?
Partey.
making
He's
decisions, bro.
collapsed. He's
No,
not
no,
the
no, no,
player
no,
that
no,
he
no.
was.
It's not part. It's not party. Martin, why are you making
What are
excuses
you
for
making
them?
excuses for this guy for? He's not been there when we need him ever, and you're looking at him like
Broski,
he's like some
Party is the
like a
one.
vignette of this famous player that
Party,
was going to
party.
save our
I
ass.
mean, he was one of our best
Party is
midfielders last
the best
season when we
midfielder we
challenged.
have.
Until when? Until he disappeared and we fucking collapsed. I don't know why you guys.
Great.
If
Okay,
someone doesn't
he
play
had an
for us, we
injury.
get this opinion that they're like, oh, they're going to come in and save us. We don't. You've got this savior complex.
I sit in the middle.
But he
I sit
has.
in the middle.
No,
He's
the
our
thing
best
is,
midfielder, bro. He gives
Not
you.
anymore. He's
He,
gone.
listen, no,
Martin.
he's not gone. He's still.
how do
He's
you
a
know
he
that,
still
Martin?
plays for us. He
Oh,
still plays for us right now.
boys, can I say something?
Yeah.
I sit in the middle
Mikel
on this
Arteta
because
just thinks that he's better than
I
everything else,
somewhat
bro.
I
He
somewhat
knows,
agree with what Martin's saying. I somewhat agree with what
No,
Martin's
man.
saying. He ain't in our plans. There's more to it that we don't know with all this thing of him not playing. We've heard rumors of him not wanting to play, whatever. But my argument to this against you, Martin, is if Arteta is like that, to save himself facing that, don't even put him on the bench, bruv. Keep him out of the squad. Make a reason that he ain't there, bruv. Because the
I
second
don't
he's
think
on
he's
the
got any
bench,
choice.
yeah,
Look,
the second
No,
have
and you know why that's not true. You know why that's
Manwari.
not true because if that's true, he wouldn't have started him against Luton. He wouldn't have brought him off the bench against City. He wouldn't have brought him off the bench against, was it Brighton or I can't remember the other game, or Bayern as well. He wouldn't have used them. I think that by the way, I wanted him to start Partey, but it was predictable he's going to start Jorginho because he's more comfortable with Jorginho, who's been playing more steady and has more consistent games. I think even start Tomiyasu over Kivior was like such a struggle for him because Tomiyasu hasn't been playing for that long, but he had no choice because the two fullbacks we had who've been playing in the last few games have stunk it up. Jorginho hasn't stunk it up, which is why he said I'll just start Jorginho. But the fact is,
I don't think Jorginho
while
had a
we-
bad game, by the way.
yeah, he
good
didn't
game.
have a bad game at all. But while we
was
have
too slow.
Partey, the fact is Partey is better than Jorginho, and our best midfield includes Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. I agree with us offloading him in the summer. We should, because in the end, availability is extremely important. But until we do that, we utilize him, we use him, and in the summer we get rid of him, and then get someone as his replacement. But while we have him in the business end of the season, what are you saving him for? What are you resting him for? This is the exact same logic he did with Tomiyasu last couple of games. What were you saving him for? Business end of the season, doesn't matter if they're injury prone. If they get an injury now and they're out for a year, it's pointless anyways because the season is over. We can rectify whatever's going to be done in the summer. So he should have started Partey. I understand if you're
agree.
saying he shouldn't come off the bench because maybe he wouldn't have much impact because every game he's come off the bench this season. He's not, except for the City game, where the first one at the Emirates. Every other game he's not done much, but he should have started. He should have started that game. I think he could have helped
There's
us.
no way Partey starts
create-
that game. There's no way. I can't
Why
be
not?
talking to people
Why not?
seriously. He's got zero match fitness, and when we brought him on, he's nearly cost us the game.
I can't lie. This
He's
match
got no
fitness thing-
interest
The
in
match
playing
fitness,
For me-
he
football.
started
for me-
against
for me-
Luton.
No, but hold on. It's not even that, bro. For me, this whole match fitness thing is a bit bullshit, bro. Because, bro, I can't lie, man. You're in
I
training
can't believe
sessions.
we're having this
consistent-
conversation.
You're
I can't
you're
believe-
in, no, but you're in training consistently, bro.
yeah.
Like we're actually sitting here and acting like he's not played football for 2.5 years, bro, and he's just coming back
When
fresh.
he's been back for like a month.
bro, he's been back training and training and training. This guy's
And
always
who sees
before
him in
every
training
single
every
game.
day? The coaching staff.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Listen, if I gotta go by Arteta's freaking seeing him in training, Arteta tells me that Nketiah is the best thing in training.
Exactly.
Bro. Fuck
So he's
that
starting
shit.
Nketiah by that
I
logic.
don't go-
yeah.
I don't
know
go
with
by
this.
that,
Like
bro.
Jorginho had a good game. Partey maybe should have come on, but I don't think he would have made the difference. But attacking wise, we have Trossard, Jesus, and then Reece Nelson and Nketiah, ESR, Vieira. Right? None of those are better than Trossard and Jesus for getting us a goal in the Champions League.
Bro,
Partey gives you that
Jesus
stability.
came on, yeah. By the way, that run was abysmal, yeah. Obviously,
Yeah,
he's
he
in
took too
he's
long.
in front of the he's in front of the defender because obviously his knees got mash up, so he don't believe in his speed no more. And then I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm actually happy that you was offside because by the way, that shot he did, I don't know. He must have been aiming for someone in the crowd because I don't know how.
Hooks.
I
Hooks,
don't know.
I'm not gonna
how
lie,
you're-
bro.
What?
Hooks, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he was offside, bruv. I think if he had
He was,
scored,
he was.
The pass
no,
was a
no, no,
little
no,
bit
no, no,
slow,
no.
though.
I think if he had scored that, VAR would have looked, and he wasn't actually
Maybe.
offside, bruv. Go back and look at it. Go
Bro.
back and look at the lines on the pitch.
Okay,
That
why
shot
we-
was fraudulent.
Bro.
But the thing is, even if he wasn't offside, bro, and he
That shot, that's what I'm saying. That shot was
Broski.
fraudulent, bruv.
This guy can't shoot straight, bro.
Bro, it's so
There's
mad.
something wrong with this guy. I don't know if
It's
it's
so
a
mad.
confidence thing. I don't know what it is.
I'm
because-
actually realizing now, bro. Bro, I've been making something like, you know, when you have like a realization of life and you start questioning all of the decisions you've made in your life so far to see if you've made this mistake before. Like, bro, the fact that I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, you know what? Jesus is not a forward, he's not a striker, he's a forward. Play him on the wings, this and that. Bro, I don't even think on the wings, bro. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. His knee,
You know what's
his
wrong with him?
knee
His
is
knee is
lock off, bro.
hooked.
His knee's lock off, bro. I think he's done.
He's finished.
So this guy
bro.
to Saudi, bro.
Bro.
I'm gonna tell you guys.
They can get
This is
good money from him.
this is probably an unpopular opinion. Obviously, Jesus like just sucks in front of goal for some reason. I don't know why. And to be honest, all our strikers suck in front of goal, including Nketiah and Havertz. But this is like an unpopular opinion, maybe for you guys. I don't think any striker would have saved us that game because I don't think we created, except for the Martinelli clear-cut chance, which I don't know why he took with his weaker foot.
Yeah.
Except for that chance, I don't think we created any clear-cut chance that a top striker would have
In the
taken
second
I don't know
advantage
about
of.
that. I disagree.
Second
Because
half,
if you look at Jorginho's highlights for the game, I think he alone created 5 or 6. Like, we've cut through them and we need to get a good cross type situations. Now, we didn't get a good cross a few times out of like Ben White and Martinelli, but when I looked at our attack, I was like, we have zero threat. Like, there's nothing that Bayern have to be scared of about anyone in our team as an individual. Just
No, but
popping
that's
up,
my point,
scoring.
Martin. But that's my point. Even these crosses that came, there was no proper cross that
No,
came. Where I said,
we did everything we needed to, but then we hadn't. It was like nothing.
Exactly.
It was like we didn't have.
And that's why I've come
And-
to the realization that our attack as a whole is not good enough. I'm not going to lie to you. Saka, yeah, listen, the reason I backed Saka, yeah, and a lot of people, I know Hooks earlier in the chat, we were chatting and that, and it was like, you can't be saying about Martinelli and Saka. First of all, Saka was our best player in the first leg. If it weren't for Saka, we wouldn't even have fucking been in this second leg, yeah? He scored the opening goal
Odegaard
for
was
us.
our best player in the first leg, bro.
I don't agree. I think that he should have got a penalty, Saka. I think he scored the first goal. He was cooking Alphonso Davies. Hold on, he was cooking Alphonso Davies. He got Alphonso Davies booked. That got him missing his leg.
And did nothing after that.
But
And did
in the
nothing after that.
No. In the first game, bro. No. Relax, bro. Go and watch the fucking first game again, bro.
I watched the game again.
Hooks.
After the yellow card,
I'm
Alphonso Davies pocketed him.
No, bro. Listen,
Bro.
you're telling me this like you've got an agenda against Saka, bro. I don't need to have
No.
an agenda. He sucked yes,
Right.
He's
Bro.
bro.
IG,
No.
that's the allegations, bro. That's
Bro,
all I'm saying.
listen,
The allegations are there for
because
Ash,
it's easy
bro.
to, bro. No, hold on, because it's easy.
The
Because
wanted
it's
man.
easy to say this about Saka, bro. I'm on Saka, and you man know that when I say definitely at the start of the season when Saka wasn't doing well, I was saying Saka has to hold corn. Yeah, just because he's our best player, and that he has to hold corn. Yeah, he in the first leg was one of our best players. Maybe you could have given it to Odegaard or him. They were both really, like pretty good in the first game. The second game, bro, the geezer, they played 2 left backs. Yeah. This guy can't do it all, bro. We rely on him too much for the last 3 years. Man, them have to realize he's burnt out. There's a reason this guy is always hurt.
There's a difference between not playing to your best and doing zero. Like, there's a very
Bro,
big
But who in our
honestly.
attack? Who in our attack done anything good, bro?
Bro,
Can I make a
can't-
point about
criticizing
our
all
attack?
that can't be your
But Saka
counter.
One point.
That can't be your counter argument to Saka doing
Exactly.
zero. Is
Exactly.
Bro, I'm not trying to hold on.
who else did stuff?
No,
Like,
I'm not trying to.
what?
No, I'm not trying to sit
It's
here and say
zero.
Saka was better. No, I'm not trying to
bro,
say
every
Saka,
stat was zero.
bro, because you're not, bro.
Can I make a
Listen,
point?
We ain't got to talk. One sec, Martin. Sorry, we ain't got to talk about this as Saka like trying to dump on him or whatever. Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm here saying. I'm not here saying. Hold on.
No.
I'm not here telling.
One
I'm not
sec,
here
just
trying
let
to
him speak,
say.
just let him speak, guys. all
Yeah,
right?
I'm not here trying to say that Saka was good in this game. Saka was poor in this game. Saka's the only one that I can say there's a reason this guy. There's a reason that this guy could be poor in this game because he gets rinsed. Why is Martinelli poor in this game when he's rested all the time? Yeah, and he's meant to be this and that, and we all talk about it, going, "Oh, Martinelli, this that." I'm starting to get pissed off for Martinelli. It might be a season.
I
bro.
said he was. I said
Yeah.
bench him, bro.
Bro,
From time ago.
Yeah,
I'm consistent. When man play bad,
Havertz.
I'm consistent, bro.
Havertz in these 2 legs. These man Muller and that putting up these videos about Havertz and that, bro. He done nothing in 2 legs, bro. The guy done nothing. If anything, he hindered us, bro. Because there was a few times. There was a few times yesterday where Havertz got in a good position in the box and he done some I don't know what he done, bro.
Don't even mention Havertz,
Yeah.
bro. That guy
He was
useless.
poor. He
He
was
factually,
useless, bro.
statistically, by the ratings,
fuck
he was
off.
not one of the worst players.
Hooks, fuck off, please.
And this is
Just
what I'm
fuck
saying,
off.
bro.
Make it quick.
No, but
This
it's-
man
no,
says
but it's cool now.
statistically,
No, but it's
bro.
cool now.
I'm
But it's
done
cool
with
now.
stats,
But it's
bro.
cool now because
I'm
because
done
Havertz
with
is crap.
stats, bro.
No, we've already decided, didn't it? Havertz is crap.
I'm
Havertz is
done with
dead.
it, bro.
Can I
You
just
know,
make a quick point
you
about
need
the
to hire
attack?
we're gonna do a GoFundMe and hire a hitman to get rid of him because everybody hates him because he's crap. And if we didn't sign him, we would have won the league. We would have won the Champions League. We would have won the FA Cup. We would have won the Carabao Cup. But you know why we didn't win any cups? Because we signed Havertz. So do you know what? You know what?
Hooks. It's
The
not about
Kroenkes-
that.
the Kroenkes were at
After
Bayern.
Martin, I want to go on Saka. After Martin.
The
Oh
Kroenkes
my
were at the
gosh.
Bayern game because they're trying to do some negotiations, with Bayern because they're trying to sell Havertz because Havertz is the worst guy in the world, and whenever we lose,
There
it's
you
his
go.
fault in it. So hashtag, by the way, Havertz out in it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Just a quick
Martin,
point.
I know you wanted to go on to the Saka thing.
No. I'm not going on the second thing. I'm talking about our entire attack. Now, what kind of goals have we scored this season, guys, in the Premier League? Set piece
Different.
and kind of domination goals where we've collapsed a team in and we need to break them down, break down a low
It was
block.
only set piece at one point in the start of the
Well,
season.
okay, yeah, but we haven't had lots of counter-attacking
Long
goals
range
or
shots.
individual goals or long-range shots. Those kind of things, right? Are the type of goals when you're playing against a Bayern team that we're not going to dominate them into their area. We don't have that player who can beat two men and score a goal. We need to combine three of our attackers into one of them to be that player that we need. We need a Trossard mixed with a Martinelli and maybe a Saka, like a Leroy Sané or a Musiala. You can kick them the ball, they'll beat three men and then make a chance. We make our goals from changing positions, confusing the opposition, trying to create overloads. It's not from any threat, and that's what we're missing, and that's what we've been missing for a long time. And everyone said this in January that we needed to buy someone who was going to be that threat. So I'm not surprised that we're here. I think they've done well to get as far as they have, but I don't want any particular player getting murdered for us not scoring because it's a failure of the recruitment staff and the manager and everyone else, not Saka not being able to beat three guys or Havertz coming up against two meatheads in the middle and us
I
not getting the
completely
ball.
agree with that. I completely agree with that. I think it
Yeah.
is. Sorry. Go ahead, Ash. Sorry, I know you wanted to say something about Saka.
No. Go finish it. Just finish your point, bro.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to say, bro. Listen, I can't lie, man. For me, I'm looking at these last transfer windows, bro, and I don't think they're as good as people think they are, bro. And then they're
No,
not
no.
because we're not.
We're not
a defensive
No.
side of transfers. Yes,
I'm
as an
talking. No. I'm talking about
offensive-
attacking.
Yeah,
Attacking.
no.
We haven't
When's
made
the
any
last time? When's the last time we actually bought a striker apart from Jesus
Aubameyang.
or an
Like-
attacker? No. I'm talking about after Jesus. After Jesus,
No one.
What?
none. We haven't even bought attackers. I don't think we bought Trossard
Trossard.
and
Jesus is the-
Marquinhos.
And Havertz, if you count him.
Yeah, Havertz supposed to play in the midfield, bro. They just about found out that they.
Everyone knows he's not a
he plays at
striker. He's like a
striker.
false nine or something, just like Jesus. They're not killers. We have zero killers.
He's nothing,
Yeah.
bro.
What's his
Okay,
rampage
I just wanna- I just want to say two things. One is the first thing I'll just mention on the point that Martin mentioned on our attack, and then I'll talk on Saka. I don't think our issue with the attack, honestly, and I said this in the group chat as well, I don't think it's the fact that we don't have a striker. Of course, that affects us. And if we have someone who's prolific and can finish, that'll definitely help us. That'll probably definitely win us certain games here and there. But the fact is, if you look at last season, we broke our record for the most goals scored. And people said that's because people don't have you figured out yet because you were playing a different style. Well, this season, everyone has us figured out. Everyone was saying from the beginning of the season, you've got figured out. You've got to change your game now. And we are on course to breaking last season's record. The reason why that's happening in the Premier League, but we're not doing it in the Champions League, is because when we come to the games in the Premier League, we dominate, we have that confidence, and we don't play that conservative, at least in the second half of the season. First half, we were playing conservative, which is why we were struggling. I think our biggest thrashing was that we gave to someone was Bournemouth 4-0, and every other game we won, especially away from home, was by one goal. But second half, when we started getting out, started committing players, not thinking so much about conceding and just attacking, we destroy teams. We pressed the living hell out of Liverpool at the Emirates, and Liverpool are one of the most dangerous teams on the transition. If you look at the Champions League game yesterday against Bayern or even against Porto, and I mentioned this to Saad and to Giuseppe and T yesterday after the game as well. We don't commit enough players, and I understand why, because there's lack of
Burton will
experience.
murder us.
No, that's not why. Because there's
No,
lack of
come on.
experience. No, let me land on this. Let me land on this. Because there's lack of experience that we don't like taking the game. And by the way, it's so funny because I was saying this as well. Wenger, even though he didn't do it as much before, but he was saying this two days ago in BN Sports. He said that these teams, when they come to this kind of stage, right, you can't make excuse of they're young, because football doesn't work that way. When the chance to win is there, these teams right now, he was talking about the Premier League race basically. He's like, these teams are more scared of conceding than actually going and winning the game, which is why they play conservative and they attack conservative as well. If you look at teams like City, like Bayern, like Madrid, except yesterday against City, that's different, but every other time Madrid play, like Barcelona, like obviously Man City, Liverpool, when they attack, especially when it's home or away, Champions League, Premier League, it doesn't matter, they commit people. Biggest example is yesterday's game. Everyone will say, I don't agree with this, but everyone is saying this is the worst Bayern team for the last 10, 15 years, right? Look at the chances they had and who it came from, right? Their goal came from their right back. The chance that Kimmich created, again, right back, was for Goretzka. Goretzka headed the ball to the post. The other chance they had in the first half was from their left back, Mazraoui. And the reason that happens is because these big teams, when they play and they're attacking, they attack with conviction. They send the fullbacks in, they send the centre mid in, they send the second striker, the left winger, everyone gets in. And that's why they also get caught in the counter, but that's a risk they take. We haven't taken that risk in the Champions League enough. We've taken it in the Premier League, right? Which is why we smother teams sometimes. But in the Champions League, because we're so scared, and I understand because the lack of experience is there, we have been a bit conservative, which is why if you look at yesterday's game, we haven't had a lot of chances where we had 3-4 people in the box and we crossed it in. In fact, I can't even remember any proper crosses that
I agree with
came
that.
in
The Bayern didn't lock us in or anything. They stayed to nullify us and try to hit us on the counter. And all of their best chances came in transition. Even the left back and all that kind of stuff, it just came from when we weren't set there, like trying to run through us. They set up to take no risks in both legs. They actually showed us a lot of respect. I was surprised.
But again, I gave you an example where they did take risks, because when Kimmich and Mazraoui have their best chances in the game, that is a risk because your fullbacks are in our box.
Yeah, but they
right?
didn't stay
When
there. They
Goretzka,
didn't keep us pinned in. They didn't keep that risk. Because what we did, I saw it, because we had the chance to like fully lock 9 players in, and we're just like, no, we can't, because they're going to murder us. They'll murder us every time.
But
if
Martin,
we lose the
I'm
ball,
not even.
Jorginho can't run. Like, they knew that was our weakness on the
Yeah.
But Martin, I'm not even talking about pinning them in. I'm talking about when we, let's say, if we get the ball, we win the ball from them, and we try to counter sometimes, our players don't commit. When their players win the ball, do you remember the chance when I think Saka flicked it first time to Odegaard? Leimer intercepted the ball, and he thought he's going to start a counter-attack. And the moment he intercepted it, he immediately started sprinting. And then Kai Havertz won the ball back and he had to turn back. That's the mentality they have. I win the ball, I'm going straight for attack. When we won the ball in counter-attacks a couple of times, right, in our half, and we could start a transition, we only had 2 or 3 players running. Saka was jogging from the right side because we have this thing of we don't want to concede. Like, that's why I'm saying we don't approach games, and I'm not saying pin the team by having all our guys up there. I understand that. But I'm saying when we do attack, even if it's counter-attacks, we don't attack with conviction the way other big teams do. It'll come in time. I know it will, but it hasn't come yet. The last thing I just want to say on Saka before you guys go, because it was obviously opened up. Look, I don't know why people say I hate Saka. Literally, when I went with Hassam one-on-one, I did an Arsenal all-time 11, I put him in my right wing, and the logic for that was he's going to eventually be one of our best ever players, like when he retires. So I don't overrate him, right? Sorry, I don't underrate him. I actually rate Saka highly. What I am saying, though, is there are a huge section of Arsenal fans that overrate him and give him excuses. So when we say things like, oh, yeah, but you know what? He's been doubled up, or look at his side and all that stuff. The 2 left backs have played against him. That's just excuses, because when he had opportunities, and there were a couple of times, by the way, and Mo said this in Foodie Judge Mo's channel, I was like, this is exactly what I was thinking. People have got so used to using this excuse of doubled up, that there are times he goes one-on-one and he still doesn't take on his man enough, right? So this doubled up excuse cannot be used all the time. The reason I'm taking the Alphonso Davies thing, Giuseppe, that you said earlier, when he got the yellow card, and I said this to the guys last time, we were watching the game a lot with me and my friends, and we said the moment he got the yellow card, I'm like, watch Saka not take him on enough now. He tried taking him on twice after that, and both times Alphonso Davies got the ball, and this guy's on a yellow, and he was one-on-one with him. The fact is, the last 3 seasons now, whether you want to say he's overplayed or not is a different thing. The fact is, the last 3 seasons now, he's been bottling it in the business end of the season. 2 seasons ago, when we were chasing for top 4, he had 6-7 stinky games in a row. Last season, obviously, we know what happened. And this season, so far, he hasn't been performing well. Like, that's just a fact. We cannot deny that. And maybe it's lack of experience, but he has been abysmal.
Here's the
I
thing,
think
yeah. I want to
abysmal
say
would
one
be a
thing.
bit-
I think with Saka as well, yeah. I want to say one thing. I think people want Saka to be a player that he's not. He's not Doku. He's not Doku, bro. He ain't that sort of player that's all there all game, gonna be taking on his back, taking on his back. That's not the sort of winger he is. Wingers have kind of changed nowadays in football. A lot of wingers. This is why I think the striker is such an important position, because I think that if we get a genuine striker that's in the right positions and get and all correct stuff, and we get the proper guy, I think it activates more opportunities for other players to do other stuff. I think that sometimes Saka gets it, bruv, and like he's looking, bruv, in the box, and he can probably see jack shit in the box. He's looking in the box and he's probably seeing nothing there. So they're going back, they're trying to find their weaving ways through, bruv, the way we play.
Can I counter that quickly, G? Yesterday,
Yeah.
did you think Harry Kane had a good game?
We locked him off.
He didn't. Yeah, exactly.
him
He
off.
got locked up, even though he's the best striker in the world. Sane was still getting things done. Now, I know you will say, but Sane is a better dribbler than Saka. But the argument I can make is last season, Saka was one of the best dribblers in the league. Up until half season,
Saka's never
he
been
had
a
the
good
second most.
one-on-one guy. He's just
Of course
very
he was. What do you
athletic.
mean?
He's very strong in close quarters, but he's not like a step over kind of player. My biggest complaint
Not
with
step
Saka
over,
is
but he takes on his fullback.
my biggest complaint with Saka is he doesn't look where he's crossing most of the time. A lot of the times it's very just like, I'm going to smash it across the front, and we don't have. And even you mentioned Harry Kane, he doesn't play on the last man. He plays back and like tries to be a 10. We don't have anyone the last man, and even if we do, it's like Jesus with 2-inch long legs, or Havertz is like, I don't know, spacing out at the back post. His game's not perfect yet, but it doesn't have to be. He's still a kid. He's still developing.
Also,
And I
with
don't even know
Saka,
if it's on the right wing. I think maybe he can be shifted to left wing or left centrally or something and be a left 8, because he's too found out right now. He's too predictable for opposition.
I think with Saka as well, right? Like, there's all these memes going around right now, how it's a thing whenever he has a bad game or something that he's pretending to limp, like he's pretending to be injured. That's just rival fans trying to make their agendas. Maybe the reason he's not playing great in these games and then limping is because man is carrying stuff. He's carrying injuries. He's carrying niggles, because we can't drop him. I don't care what anyone says, and we can't drop him, because the second we play a game, Arteta can't win with that, because the second we start the game until he signs, maybe he should have signed someone. I agree with that. Yeah, we should have signed a winger. That part is on Arteta. But if we start that Bayern game, yeah, and Saka's on the bench and Reece Nelson is starting, bro, we're melting down. We're melting. Why is Reece Nelson starting against Bayern? What is going on? Blah, 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 blah. Even if Saka's not 100%, if he's not good enough, if he's fit enough to be on the bench, he's got to be starting. He's obviously carrying something. It's so obvious, bruv. This guy don't, and also the lack of competition is a mental thing as well. The lack of competition is a mental thing for him.
That's
But
on
but yeah, I agree, bro. It is on Arteta and it ain't. We can't spend unlimited funds, right?
No.
Because
It's
once
Arteta.
again,
No.
okay. So your argument,
We could have signed the right wing from the beginning of last season when we got all Jesus and Zinchenko and all them, man. We could have signed someone that could have been an adequate rotation or challenge for Saka then.
I think that's what Jesus was supposed to be,
about
maybe.
This summer it has nothing to do with that. Like, if you're signing Jesus to be your number 9, then I don't know about you guys, but I was screaming in that window. But who's
okay? But can I ask?
I'm not gonna lie. We had
like,
more.
Who do you
For me,
sign?
at that point, we were looking more for people that were gonna impact our starting 11 more than squad depth. Yeah.
And Martin, who would I sign? Who would I sign?
Yeah,
100%, and he's 100%. He would have been gettable. I would have taken Elise from Palace, who is definitely adequate enough to not only cover for Saka when Saka's out injured, but as a good rotation.
I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that from you, bro, because you told me not to get you got onto me for about Isaac. Elise is more injured than Isaac.
Nah,
and you want to get him,
bro.
And Palace, last time we went to Palace, they said 80 million.
Isaac will come. Isaac is a player that you want to sign to come into the first team. I don't want to sign Elise to come into the first team. I'm signing Elise as backup. Hence, he won't play as many games. Hence, he won't be exposed to as many injuries.
Hence, he won't sign because he doesn't want to be a backup. Like, there's a complication to signing a backup that's as good as Saka or better.
Elise would 100% rather come to Arsenal and be rotation than be a Crystal Palace and be first team. 1,000,000%.
I
At
don't
least
know.
they.
I tell you
I-
who we should have
I
signed.
just-
I tell
at
you
least
who we
it's
should have
someone who would
signed.
believe in his
The guy we
ability
should
and
have signed is playing in London, bruv, but he's playing on the other side of London. That's who we should have bloody signed, mate. Yeah,
Brennan
that's who
Johnson.
we should have signed. No,
What, Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer, bro. Cole Palmer's who
Bro,
we should have
City are
signed,
not
bro.
gonna sell. Do you realize City are not gonna sell to us anymore, bro? They're
Bro,
actually not.
yeah.
They're actually no. They're actually not. The reason why, because best believe if they do sell to us, yeah, the Cole Palmer price would not have been. Chelsea are in the mud right now. They're shit. So that's the reason why they sold them to. They sold Cole Palmer to them for 40 million.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's the
By the
reason
way,
why.
like,
If we come in for
I-
Cole Palmer, if we come in for Cole Palmer, one second. If we come in for Cole Palmer, bro, it's
not for
80, 90 mil,
Yeah, 100%.
possibly 100. You're talking big money, bro, because you are direct. We're their direct rivals, bro. We're their direct rivals. They're not gonna sell. That's like me. That's like me. What's it called? That's like Smith Rowe, yeah. City coming for Smith Rowe. We're not gonna sell him to them for like 30 million, 40 million. We're not
But you
gonna
also
sell
have
him
to
for
look
that.
at the
We're,
player,
we're
like,
gonna say
like-
if you want him, bro, fork up the money, bro. Fork up the money. We want you. We want 70, 80 million for this guy. You're a direct rival, bro. Why would I sell players that are on my books for cheap for you guys, bro? When you guys are gonna coming up against us, and I'll be real with you guys. Listen, Saka, because I was hearing a lot. I was just sorting something with my camera, but I was hearing something about saying that Saka's game is never been to get past his player. It always has.
It's not
He's
true. It
always
has been.
he's always used his pace. He may not do la croquetas and do flip flaps and get past a guy like that. But bro, he's always been that guy who can nuts a player. He can always do that, bro.
explosive.
Right now, do you know why he's playing like this? This is the managerial instruction. This is the managerial instruction. Arteta wants too much control, and with too much control, he has not come up with a way where he can give certain players the free roam. You have to, in systems like this, like for instance, let's use Pep's system in Barcelona. Yeah, Pep's system in Barcelona was a controlled system. Yeah, but there was always player with the free roam. And who was that player that had the free roam that could go anywhere they wanted on the pitch, do whatever they want on the pitch?
Messi?
Lionel Messi. He was the only one on the pitch who Pep allowed to go and do whatever. He said, "You
Because he's Messi, bro.
don't even worry." Yeah,
Because
that's
he's
not-
Messi, bro.
okay,
What-
okay,
what are we
okay.
doing?
So let's move to the Man
If
City.
Arteta had
Let's
Messi,
move to the Man City.
have
Okay,
free roam,
let's
bro.
hold
What?
on. One
Nah.
second, brother. Let's
That's
move to the Man City team. In the Man City team, who did he have as the player who could do whatever they want, go wherever they want?
KDB.
Kevin De Bruyne. We can even go to his Bayern Munich team. Thiago Alcantara was that player
Wait.
who was in the free roam role, could go up, could go down, could be a striker, left wing, right wing. Thiago Alcantara could go wherever he wanted because he's the
Ødegaard-
creator and he's the
Ødegaard
one
is
who's
the guy
I
in
creating.
do believe Erdegaard is that for us, though.
Ødegaard
I
is the
do
guy who
think
has the free
Erdegaard
roam
is
in our
that.
team.
I believe that it should be Saka. Saka should be that guy that has the freedom to go left, to go right, go down
I
the
disagree.
middle. They
You're
switch
right.
Why,
positions
Sad? Why
with him
Saka? Why Saka though, Sad?
The right winger. You can't give
because
a right winger.
I feel like his speed and his ability to stay on the ball and move quickly, his explosiveness, it all works, bro. It all works. The only thing he's missing is that low center of gravity. At times, he doesn't have that low center of gravity. But I feel like Saka is absolutely dangerous if you give him that free roam, give him the ability to be free and do what he wants. He's not a player that thrives. He's not a player that thrives under a controlled system where he's told, do this, do that, do this, and do that. He doesn't thrive like that, bro. Saka loves to be free and do what he wants to do.
But Sad, the thing is, I'll just say to that. Look, I hear what you're saying. For me, Saka hasn't earned that kind of right to be able to just roam freely. Like for me, look, I understand there's a system, and people will always try to hide behind that and say this is why this guy's not taking on people. I think it's just him trying to take less risks. And by the way, there are stats to prove it, right? Like because people are saying, oh, he doesn't dribble often. This is his stats compared to last year. Last year, he completed more take-ons per game, 2.1 dribbles per game versus this year's 1.5. He also had more take-on success. So not only did he complete more dribbles, he was more successful in most of them, and he lost less possession. So if you're telling me this season he's dribbling less and he's still losing the ball more, it's obviously indicative of him having a shit season, right? We can't say, oh, he's changed his game or people have figured him out, because if he's really being doubled up, you passing the ball back to Ben White all the time, which means you're going to lose the ball less. When you're dribbling more and you're taking on more people, the chances of you losing the ball is a lot higher. And despite that, he had less possession lost last season and more take-ons completed and more take-on success. That's why I don't believe this notion. I just think
don't know
he's
about
been
these
shitty
stats,
this season.
right?
That's
But,
all.
I think we also rely on him too much, and this is a thing that we got to look at. Like, once again, yeah, when something all game is just going down one side, bro, yeah, it benefits the fullbacks, bro, because you're going down that side all the time. You can only do so much, but they start going there, coming down this side. We'll defend this side. Bro, it's because the left side is weak for us, bro. Let's be real. The left side of our team is the weakest part of our team, bro. If you're talking about the two positions,
It's
that are
not.
probably bro.
That's on purpose. You know that, yeah.
No, it's not, bro. It's not, because
It is.
the fact of the matter is, yeah,
Purpose.
we signed Yuri and Timber, yeah, and Martinelli is having a shocker of a season, bro. He is having a shocker. He gets by because he gets a buy this season, because last season he was great, yeah, and obviously it could just be he's having a bad season, right? But if we had Leroy Sané, for example, yeah, or Gnabry, because Leroy Sané mostly plays on the right, but he does play on the left as well, yeah. If you had Leroy Sané or a Gnabry in our team, bro, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference in our team, because these men demand it. I don't care. Man want to say, listen, I'm done with this thing of a manager, the manager's instructions, yeah. At the end of the day, have some bollocks, bruv. Otherwise, get out of my team, bruv. Yeah, because you need some bollocks, bruv. The manager will tell you something, yeah, but you've got to sometimes go, you know what? I think I can take this guy. I know the manager's saying this. I want to take this game by the scruff of the neck, and that's what we haven't got. We haven't got a guy that's like, I'm going to take this game, like Alexis Sanchez used to do. We spoke about it earlier. Yeah, we haven't got an Alexis Sanchez in this team that is the main person, the main type of player that I believe Arsenal need to sign now. World class, and a guy that's going to get the game himself and say, you know what, I'm doing what and someone like Sane and that, you watched it against us. We watched it with our own eyes. This game, I'm not happy we lost at all. But I'm happy we got Bayern and we didn't go out to a Porto and that, because you know what's this guy.
Hope
you know
what,
what?
you can go next.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what the thing is that showed me? Yeah, we overrate our team, and that's what that game showed.
We do.
We overrate our team.
The team's been getting overrated for 100%, bro. Bro, the fact that we haven't got here, bro, and say that it's world class players, bro, we have none.
I don't
Can
think
we
anyone
just
of us
calm
would be
down?
saying that,
Like
you know what the funny thing is? People
like,
will go on rival show and they will do it anyways. They will go on rival show and they will still say, the moment someone says, Foden is better than Saka, what do you mean? Like, he plays on the right. Like, we are gonna do it anyways. We keep falling into that trap because of this stupid dead banter, bro.
But my point was, sorry, Hooks, let me finish my point. You could go. My point was, that I look at that and people want to say this is the worst Bayern team and thing. People, this is rival fans just wanting to find a way to banter us, bruv. They want to find a way to banter us. They're putting all these things out there, bollocks, mate. Because if you do a combined 11, there's more Bayern Munich players in the combined 11 with us than there is Arsenal players. Facts.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me that this is the worst Bayern team. You shouldn't be losing to them. Bro, at the end of the day, we lost at their ground 1-0. We drew at ours. We should have won at ours. It is what it is. More time when you don't win at home in the Champions League knockout against a big boy, you don't go through. It's as simple as that. Yeah. And they've got a better team than us. The people want to say they're full the league. Cool, man. We know league don't matter, because many a time a team has finished 7, 8. Many a time someone's finished 7th and 8th and won the Champions League. We know that. Man City have dominated, got 100 points in the Premier League and not won the Champions League. So we know that it's not, you can't be using that. That's just rival fans. But a lot of Arsenal fans, no one may be here, but a lot of Arsenal fans are latching onto this and sort of like agreeing with these, man. It's like when I see man celebrating Bayern. I wasn't celebrating getting Bayern at all. I thought, this will be a test. I wasn't celebrating it. Why do I want Bayern Munich, bro? People are deluded, bro. If you want, but like, you can be all right, cool. We can go. We can maybe win this. That's fair, but you can't want that, bro. When you could be on the side.
People
with Dortmund
believed in the
and
hype,
Griezmann.
brother. People believed in the
It-
hype too much. They
and this is why
thought we were
now-
untouchable. They thought we were untouchable because we went
And I
from
think
I think a lot of
Burnley,
people just wanted to be
I think we
tested
needed
against
this
the
this
best.
reality
and
check.
that, bro.
I don't think it
I
was
think
about
we need
wanting
this
Bayern.
season. I do think I know it's a sacrifice in a sense in the Champions League, but I think we needed this wake up call. I think
Yeah.
we needed this to happen.
And Hooks, I'm gonna segue you in now. Yeah, you fraud. Because when the Champions League draw was made and we made the show here, you and Tony were like, "What's a Heidenheim? Look at Bayern Munich." And who was the one coming and telling you guys, "Do not say this Bayern Munich team is actually as good as they ever were. Do not look at the league because Leverkusen are the ones breaking records in the league." And I said in my channel, this is the second worst team I wanted to face after Real Madrid. And you and Tony were like, "Oh no, they just lost to Heidenheim. What's a Heidenheim?" Yeah, there you go.
Hooks also said he wouldn't take Kimmich. I'm just putting that out there as well.
Oh my god.
Wait! I didn't see that.
Let's
Bro,
let Hooks come in.
That's gotta be.
I never.
That's got to be a separate. That's got to be a separate
Bro,
thing. Bro,
I'll
'cause
find
Hooks
the
has gotta catch
clips.
smoke.
I know,
Hooks has got to catch smoke for that one, bro. That's crazy.
I'll get the clips, Hooks.
Alright, there's a.
But go on, Hooks. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I want to address. There's a lot of things that
Give Hooks his monologue. Done.
I'm gonna try and my brain's a bit fried right now because hella things are just being thrown about right now. So I'll deal with Ashley's thing first, yeah. I'll deal with Ashley's thing first, yeah. So by the way, yeah, they only knocked us out by 1 goal, yeah, by 1 goal, yeah. This big mighty Bayern, yeah, only knocked us out by 1 goal, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say, innit? Yeah. Because still they got pumped by Heidenheim in it. And what the hell is a Heidenheim? Yeah, that's consistent. We keep that consistent in it. Yeah, they only knocked us. The big mighty Bayern heritage. Oh, I think they've won the UCL the second most times. Only knocked us out by 1 goal.
Third.
Yeah? And by the way, yeah, that goal, yeah, that they scored, yeah, was on us. It wasn't on them. It was on us. Because why is it that nobody can anticipate where the ball's gonna go? And nobody knows that there's a late runner coming into the box. By the way, that goes on us. That goal is not on them. Yeah, cool. That's the first thing. Yeah?
This is crazy, bro.
Now
This is
the fraudulence,
crazy.
the fraudulence.
Let him land.
The fraudulence. Yeah, I keep on hearing about we overrate our team. Yeah, I need everybody to remember. Yeah, our team. Yeah, is currently second in the Premier League with 6 games to go, 2 points behind the team that is top. And made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, playing against a team that, as you corrected me, have won it the 3rd most times in history and kept it to a respectable scoreline, with the majority of the team and the manager, yeah, being their first run in the Champions League. Yeah, cool. That's the.
Wait,
that's
so
the
what's your
second-
point? That our team is not overrated?
Our team can't be overrated because we are second, bro. Like, bro,
What does second? What does being second in the
Bro,
Premier League mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What does being second? What does
What does that mean, bro?
Okay, Hooks, I'll help you out. I'll tell you why it's overrated. I'll tell you why Arsenal fans are overrating it, and you tell me if you agree or not. Arsenal fans were saying, majority of Arsenal fans, because I was in a lot of Twitter spaces before I quit because it was this brain dead banter. A lot of Arsenal fans were saying on Twitter spaces that we are a top 5 club. Honestly, I quit spaces because it's just dead banter. Arsenal fans on Twitter spaces throughout the season were saying we're top 5 in Europe. We're in the top 5 teams in terms of like the best in Europe. We're top 5. And this, by the way, was at the start of the season.
Currently, or in general?
I beg you.
No, they said this at the start, but let's say let's say in general, let's say currently both. Either one, go ahead. Current, which one is better for you?
Which one is? I think
which one helps you make your argument that we are in top 5? Which one?
The currently would be not as bad as the general.
It is bad.
I think in general.
Why is it not as bad? Because
in general, you have to consider a lot of the great teams like that have played in Europe across the years, isn't it? And this Arsenal team doesn't match up to them in any way, shape.
No, but current. Why did current?
No. We mean currently. Yeah. We mean like this year, for example, or this season. Like basically, when the season started, they were saying we are currently the strongest, let's say, 5th team in the world, for example. Do you not think that's
Are
crazy?
you talking about the actual starting 11s, or are you talking about how the team is playing football? Because I think that
The
they're very
full
different
club.
teams.
No, the
full
full
club.
club.
I don't know.
As
You
in,
need to be more specific, because we were the best team on form in all of Europe for a while there in like the start of this year. But that doesn't mean we
how
got
are we the best?
team. It's different. We don't have the best players, but we were playing a system which allowed us to win all our games by a lot of goals. I mean, that makes you the best team because you're winning, right?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because Inter Milan were doing the exact same thing. Real Madrid were
Okay,
doing
well,
the
I'm
exact
sorry,
same
Inter
thing.
Milan, like, I
PSG
don't-
were doing
you
the
know what
exact
I
same
mean.
thing.
Bayer Leverkusen was
Okay.
doing the same thing.
Okay,
No,
wait,
no, but
wait.
Martin, that's the point. That's the point.
no,
People
no,
ignored
I'm not
all.
saying that we're the best
But
team
that's
in the
four.
world. I'm not.
But that's
I'm
four.
not. I'm just saying
But
that
that's
like
four.
there's
No,
teams
Hooks.
versus first
But that's
11.
four. Give me another team. Give me another team. Go on,
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
another team.
So at the
City.
start of the season,
Now give me
it
another
was
team, bro.
I'll tell
City.
you. I'll tell you.
So wait, who did
at the
we
start-
say? Who did we just say?
You said
Yeah, I'm
you said
repeating.
PSG,
I'm repeating.
We,
Real
we just said.
Inter Milan. So who else?
Wait,
else?
who did you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, Inter Milan.
He said Inter Milan, PSG, and
Leverkusen.
Real Madrid. Real Madrid. So that's three.
No,
Real
no,
Madrid.
no. It's
Yeah, go
changed,
on.
guys. So at the start of the season, before we saw what happened this season, the five for me were in no order: City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Inter Milan. These were the five, right? And then maybe you can make an argument for PSG as well, coming sixth, maybe, right? And Atletico and all these teams. Now that we have come to this point of the season, right? You can argue that it's probably PSG, Bayern Munich, Man City, Real Madrid, and I would say Bayern Leverkusen, just because they're setting incredible records and they're unbeaten so far in the season. Those are five now, and there are other five teams at the start of the season. So we were never top five.
I don't know, because I would say it's fairly logical to say that the top five teams at the start of the season would have been maybe the winner of the Premier League, the winner of Serie A, the winner of La Liga, the winner of Bundesliga, and then I would say
No. Inter Milan weren't the winners of Serie A. Inter Milan were not the winners of Serie A. It was Napoli. I didn't even put Napoli in the list, by the way.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it would have been logical to do that because they were the winners of their league, and then I would have said the winner of the Champions League, but the winner of the Champions League was also the team that won the Premier League. So I would say that fifth spot is open to what I would have said is the best league in the world.
I think you can't judge this on recency bias.
Which then would have been Arsenal.
Even by your logic, that's flawed, because if you take the winner of the Serie A, that's Napoli. The winner of La Liga is Barcelona. The winner of French League is PSG. The winner of English and the Champions League is Man City. You still have Real Madrid and you still have Inter Milan. So you still have six teams, even by your own logic, because you introduced Napoli to the equation. But if I remove Napoli, I say
fair play. Yeah, no, fair play.
there you go. Because Inter Milan reached the Champions League finals last year.
Okay. But I'm not saying that I necessarily.
And hence our team is overrated, because fans were saying this at the start.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily saying that I agree with being top five. I'm just trying to show a way where maybe where their thinking was.
I hear you.
Yeah, and if you're the top of the best league in the world, obviously you're going to get a certain amount of hype that goes with it. You've got people on the pundits on Sky Sports telling us that we're like the third favorite to win the Champions League, and we haven't been in it in 7 years. So there's like a discrepancy between reality of expectation and what people suddenly think you're capable of.
But that supports the argument that our team was overrated, right, Martin? Because it doesn't matter if we were praising him because of publicity or because of marketing. It still supports the argument that we overrated not we, meaning us here. The Arsenal fan base
Can I
generally.
say something quick?
Once
again, this thing of overrated. Sorry,
please, before I forget in it, because I had one.
I cut him off. I'm so sorry, Hooks. I cut you off. My bad.
I wanted to say, because I wanted to call out SARS fraudulence in it. So you said that Messi and KDB were both given free roam.
Free rolls.
These are both players that play in the center of the park, which is why Odegaard is given the free roam.
Messi doesn't play on the center of the park.
Messi plays centrally, bro.
He starts off, bro.
For Barca, he plays centrally, bro.
But for Barca, he started off on the right at times, and he moved into the middle. He never had a role. All he had was a role. Bro, all he had was a role on the pitch, bro. Whatever he's starting as means nothing. He'd be everywhere.
It's logical for your 10. So the person that would occupy the 10. Or if you're not playing with a 10, the most furthest forward centre mid to have the free roam because they can move from side to side.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Without actually causing a hindrance. If Saka goes, do you know what? I'm just gonna go over to the left. Now we have no right winger.
No, because a player goes in his place. You don't understand.
But
When
that's not free roam.
these
That's switching
when
positions,
these
which is what we do.
no, brother. If let's say for instance, a player in this free roam, yeah, he has this free roam. Somebody has to cover him, bro. Somebody has to cover his position. Do you know what I mean? And the team will
But
work
free
around
roam
that.
means you
A
don't- no, no,
team, a
free roam,
team
you don't
works.
have
The
to go
team
in.
will work around that player. The team
But
will
you're,
work
when
around
you
that
free
player.
roam, you
Yeah,
don't
but
have
Saad,
to cover your position. That's the
and
whole
why do you
point
want
of
that?
free roaming.
Why do you want that player? Why do you want the player we work around to be Saka? Guys, I swear I'm not doing an agenda. Like Odegaard, I feel is better suited for that role, for playing that free role. If we cannot afford to give someone a free role because we're not City or Bayern or Barcelona, right? But even if we were, the best person to give that person to get that role is Odegaard, because he's the one who's responsible enough to create, and he's a better creator, he's a better shooter than Odegaard than Saka. Because the free role should go to someone who's creative as well, and Saka isn't creative.
No, I think
Not,
Saka
not
can be
creative enough.
creative.
Not creative enough. Sorry, not
Yeah,
creative enough.
yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do me dirty like that. But anyway, listen.
Yeah.
Can I say my
Regardless of the
point, Craig?
point. Oh, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, that thing about thing about our team and the top 5 teams and all that. I don't really feel like you can really this top 5 teams debate is flawed anyway, because are you talking like current form? Are you talking like who's just the best team? If you're just the best team, you can't go off current form. You can't look at just like right now. You got to look at the caliber of players in the team, what they've done, and all that sort of stuff, what they've been doing over recent like 5 years. That's how you get who's the best team. So we're not, because in the past 5 years, we've only been competing twice. Bayern in the last 5 years have won 4 league titles, and they've only lost this one time. Bayer Leverkusen have gone on a mad thing, had a season, and trust me, Bayern Munich probably go and win the league next year again. Yeah. So like, and right now they're having trouble with their manager in the league, which their manager is notoriously known that he's a great cup manager.
Yeah.
League, he's not the greatest. Cup, he's very good. There is a chance that this team actually win the Champions League, by the way, this Bayern team. I'm not lying when I say that. Yeah, I'm not saying that just because they beat us. There's a chance. He won it with Chelsea, bruv. Yeah. And this Bayern team's better than that Chelsea team, yeah. They had Havertz up front. I'm joking. But yeah, and
No, it's
the thing of the free roll with Saka. I just think that with Saka, there's times in a game where Saka gets. It's hard because I think it all goes back to the fact that we just overuse him and we haven't got a different outlet on that right side. We haven't got a different time. Sometimes a certain game you might not need. He can't like get pulled out of a game right before the game starts, if you know what I mean. Like it's almost like he's having bad form and he's got to keep going and keep going and keep going. And I think that's the issue. We got to remember he's 22 years old. One thing we got to always remember: this guy ain't developed yet fully. This guy ain't the guy. He ain't fully developed. He ain't 25 yet. When he gets to that age, it's going to be a different Saka. He's going to because I know how Saka is going to be as a player. He's going to be a guy that's always he cuts in and he's going to bang goals, bruv. Yeah, and he's going to be a guy that gets goals. Yeah, for me, it's as simple as this. We're not top 5 in Europe. Yeah, we're not top 5 in Europe. We can forget that, because even if you want to talk about top 5 in Europe, there's many a team that are better than us. I think
as far as starting 11s go, I don't think we're like top 20. I don't think we're even close to like any of the top teams.
Calm down. You went.
No, that's crazy. Top 20.
You went to an extreme. You went to an extreme. Martin, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Starting 11, we're definitely. I think starting 11, we're probably top 10, maybe like at the bottom.
You're talking about the strength of
we're
the
top 10.
individual.
We're top 10. We're top 10.
The strength of the individual players, but they're young and they have zero experience winning some of the biggest trophies in the world. So like you can talk about maybe their individual skill level making it on there, but they don't make these lists.
No, but they have experience. What do you mean?
What
like
experience?
who's in a starting 11? So Declan Rice has experience winning. He won last season, even though I don't rate the Conference League at all. But
So
people say it's a trophy. No, but people say it's a trophy and it's a European
but it's not
thing,
like
right?
I beat everyone.
Jorginho
it's like
is a Champions League. Yeah, but Jorginho is a Champions League winner. Odegaard has won in Spain with Real Sociedad, and he obviously came from Madrid. No, but Kai Havertz has won the Champions League. So we have 2 players who've won the Champions League. We have one who's considered one of the best DMs in the world, or at least top 3.
Kai Havertz is crap. But Kai Havertz is crap, remember?
I agree, he is, but people rate him. People rate him, right? And I think in terms of starting 11,
because he's crap. So by the way,
What do you mean? What does it matter about people?
he can't be counted in this 11 that brings us into the top 20.
And I'll just say this. I'm sorry. This is the last thing I say about Saka, and then I don't care what you guys say. Even if
Yeah.
you guys say he's messy, I'm gonna shut my mouth. Yeah. I don't think we can use age as an excuse only because for a couple of similar to the team, people were rating him, and I mean people forget like not just Arsenal fans, even rivals and even pundits. ESPN put him as the best right winger in the world for 2023. Right? That they put him ahead of Salah. Right? So when he's rated that highly, I'm sorry, you can't use age as an excuse because there are other wingers who were also rated as high as him and they kill it at that age. So the age for me is not an excuse. If he's playing bad because he's playing bad. It has nothing to do with his
So
age.
did you just quote ESPN?
No, I'm giving an example. But then, wait a second. It's not just ESPN because lots of pundits on Sky Sports and all were actually saying after Salah, he's the best winger in the league. So is that not the case?
Saka didn't decide that. You can't fault Saka for that. What?
Yeah, come on. But you're holding him to standards that he set. Hooks, when you set the standard last season, you cannot go down. You have to just go up. You can't say, hey, at 20, he has gone down. I just read you. What do you mean? I just read you his. You guys said he doesn't dribble. I read his stats and I told you.
GA, bro. He's transformed into a different player, bro. Do you know what I mean? Look at that GA,
You know what? I can't lie. Listen, I'm done with this Saka conversation.
I'm done with Saka.
Yeah, I want to move on.
You're done with him, Ash. You want him at the club.
Bukayo Messi, bro. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, please, man. Let's not ever do that ever again. Let's not ever disrespect Messi's legacy like that ever again. I love Saka.
Actually, sorry, you're right.
I love Saka.
Bukayo Ronaldo. Let's go, man. Bukayo Ronaldo.
That's even
this
more
season. I agree. Toxic Tash. This season, I agree.
But yeah. Listen, I want to speak about the defending for that goal, man, because the defending for that goal was atrocious. And
Fucking
again, forget about Zinny, bro. Forget about Zinny.
It's all Zinny's fault.
That guy's gone. No, but it was Zinny's fault.
What, this goal?
The last one at Aston Villa, was Zinny's fault.
Yeah, Aston Villa was Zinny.
100%.
Why am I calling him Zinny? Zinchenko.
Okay.
Aston Villa, that corner goal was Zinchenko's fault.
West Ham scored.
Yeah, relax, man.
That's good.
Relax. Why are you trying to?
No, I want Leverkusen to win, man. The hell, Bunwell.
They need to calm down.
No, I don't know why he's overreacting. It's just by Leverkusen, bro. Relax. But
bro, it's the hope I have right now. I want Leverkusen to stay undefeated.
Okay, fairs. Yeah, listen. Firstly that goal against Aston Villa, that first goal, he was 100% at fault for that. So I don't know why Martin's acting.
What you mean when after the corner, he's still on the right hand side, and everyone else lets the ball go across the box, and it's his fault.
Okay, do you know why
he just had a corner? He'd been on the front post.
Why?
Because he was defending over there.
Why?
You're like 5 foot.
Shall I tell you why?
You're not in your position anymore, right?
Shall I tell you why?
Tell me.
Because he's a left back, yeah, and
he's not
any other team. Any other team, a left back. I'll tell you exactly why. Zinchenko is a fucking bozo. Defensively, and his defensive awareness and his positioning. No. Martin, come on, man.
I just don't think people they don't look at that role rationally. Everyone's very emotional about who should be a defender and where they should be and all that kind of stuff. If they're being asked to be somewhere else, that's the manager's fault. So when we lacked someone like Zinchenko against Bayern feeding our left-hand side, and I've just got to sit here and
what did that do for us when he fed our left-hand side? What did that do for us in the second half? It did nothing. Literally, it was no difference.
Bayern in the first leg?
Yeah. When he came off the second half, what did he do? That didn't. Our goal came from the right side, so we built nothing from the left side, and our other dangerous attack, which should have been a pen, came from the right side.
Because Zinchenko made 5 progressive passes. That's 3 more than Odegaard in the whole 90. He's the only guy that feeds the front line when we don't have anyone like Partey or Jorginho to do it. And if we don't have it, we just become a dead team. So We've got to find a
Martin,
solution to that. And
you know why that
Timber might-
argument doesn't work? Because we played 3 months without him and we had the best scoring form ever. And not just against shit teams, even when we played against Liverpool and Newcastle and West Ham were like top 8 teams, we dominated them and we thrashed them without Zinchenko in the team, which
and
means
we were
that
top of the league
myth.
at Christmas with Zinchenko, and he played the first 20
Yeah, but our
odd games.
performances weren't as good. Our
That-
performances weren't as good, though,
I
in the
don't
first
think
half
so.
of the
I think
season.
that you can't take away what he brings us offensively and
He
just
doesn't-
look at
come
the
on.
defensive viability side of it,
think
because
I think
everyone
his
else.
You know what is that?
viability
You know what that is
too.
a comparison of?
Kiwior
That is
was
a
the guy
comparison.
which let Sane in. Tomiyasu got skinned by Sane. Everyone gets skinned by these wingers because they're the best
Martin,
fucking
you know
wingers
what
in
the
the world.
comparison is? The comparison with Zinchenko is literally of Trent. People of the last 3 years have been saying, yes, Trent is shit defensively, but this is what he gives you offensively. He scores, he gives you these many assists. Look at how many clear-cut chances he scored. The stats are all there. We are praising Zinchenko for the exact same thing, but the stuff we praise him for offensively is like invisible things that you have to watch the game clearly to see, like, hey, look how he prays. He doesn't get a lot of assists. He doesn't get a lot of goals. He doesn't
Goals.
create a lot of clear-cut chances. So if you look at the 3 main metrics,
Have a look at
people-
Was
I would-
it Villa? Was it Villa? No, who was it? Was it Villa where he made 4 clear-cut chances for Havertz on his
no,
own?
4 clear-cut chances. It was
was
one.
through
The one
balls
over the
over
top
the back.
ball. That's it. It was one
What are you
through
talking
ball
about?
over
That's
the
it.
top.
That's how you break the team down and score a goal. Is you create the pass before the assist. Like it's not rocket science.
Martin,
Other
that was a
people-
tactic by Aston Villa because they did it in the first game. If you guys remember the first game, he did that a million times where we gave the ball over the top. But because they have Diego Carlos and Kamara and Konsa and all these guys who are quick, they intentionally played at high line because they want Kai Havertz to run in because they know we don't have pace to take them on. Look at the first game, how many times they let us do it. They actually time it. And the moment we break the offside
I
trap,
don't
he
think
comes.
you
It's not-
understand how hard that pass is because no one else in our team can do it except Jorginho.
Jorginho
and
has done
maybe
it, and Partey has done it, and Odegaard has done it. So that's not true at all.
Odegaard's never back there to do this pass. But anyway, we're going way off track.
Yeah,
I
that's
Who gave the
Zinchenko
pass?
and
No,
everyone
one
got
second.
all,
No.
like,
Sorry.
worked up.
We have to stick
There
on
we
this.
go.
Who
No,
gave
we
it?
don't. We don't. We've already done it to
Havertz
death.
got 2 chances against Aston Villa. Who gave him the other pass? Zinchenko
Bro,
did
you've
one. Who gave the
unleashed
other one?
You've unleashed Ash.
Right?
bro.
It was
Come on,
Odegaard. And who gave that
Just
long
relax,
pass? By the
Ash.
way,
We're not,
and to
we're not
show
even
you,
doing this anymore.
and to show
Ash,
you, it's not
it's all
just
good,
him.
man.
Trossard did the
La
exact same ball to
ilaha
Saka against West Ham when we won the penalty. You guys overhype basic
Ash,
stuff that Zinchenko does when there's
it's
no
fine.
output to it. It's
It's
mad.
fine. Zinchenko is leaving in the summer.
I hope so. I
Alaikum.
really hope so.
Good fucking luck at your next club, mate. That's it. It's all good. We're done. Here we go. Ah, for fuck's sake, Martin's got.
Look at that.
Invisible stuff.
Look at
Martin's
Invisible
got the
stuff.
Martin's
invisible.
got the pass
It's
in.
invisible. Look
Invisible
at that
Oh,
stuff,
left-hand
honestly.
side, bro. Look at that left-hand side.
And we didn't create shit from the left-hand side. Literally, our second
Yeah.
goal also came from the right-hand side. Both goals came from the right side.
All right,
Move on.
Go ahead,
listen.
Saad.
We need to speak about that goal because Martinelli. That was shocking. That was shocking to just let Kimmich just run through. Yeah, just run through like that. That was absolutely just disappointing, embarrassing defending. And normally I actually prop up Martinelli because he's always the one back there getting in dirty, bro. You know what I mean? Putting in work, bro. He's always the one back there, putting in work and getting tackles. You know what I mean? Covering the left back, always. And I give him praise for that. But bro, that can't be acceptable. That cannot be acceptable at any point in the game. For you to turn off like that, and I'll be real, he's also partially to blame for the Aston Villa goal, the first goal.
We need to
Because
talk
he
about that.
looks, because no, but all I'm saying is he's also partially to blame for that goal as well. Because he looks at Bailey there and sees him. He also was chasing Kimmich. I'm sorry, but Kimmich is not a fast guy, bro. And he's not even that muscly, bro. He's not even that big to be out muscling you like that. Like, let's relax, bro.
I don't think there
Kimmich-
should have been that space in the first place for him to run
Exactly,
into.
yeah.
I don't
I
think
don't blame
Martinelli
him
should be
for
our
having
like
one.
primary box defender on the penalty spot. Like I do think he lost his man, and that's embarrassing. But we shouldn't be leaving that cutback space, and the cross shouldn't be allowed in anyway. Like there's a lot of things that stuffed up there. So yeah,
There's a lot of things that were wrong with that goal. I agree, but at the top level, because I just want to go back to to the title of this video because I know we've gone a bit long now, man. But oh my god, we still got to have the Arteta conversation. Have we already had
I
that?
gotta go, bro. I haven't got that.
Yeah.
We haven't had that.
Neither do I,
Martin,
but soon.
I can't lie. Yes, it might be a bit of a long one. I'm probably just gonna. G, are you still? What's going on, mate? Are you
Well,
free?
me, I've got a bit of time. I ain't got like tons of time.
We got
Okay.
10 minutes.
Yeah, let's just go for the Arteta conversation then to end it off with that, because I know Ash and G were having a conversation about Arteta,
Oh.
and
I thought you said Ashton, you'll have to leave. Okay.
there you are, you frauds. So Ash, I want you to start us off with just explaining to the people what the whole conversation was about, and then obviously you and G can give both your slides and then or arguments, and then we can discuss.
Look, I'll make mine pretty quick. I mean, the conversation we had was twofold. One was obviously like, I want to just preface this, and I have to keep saying this because people think I'm an Arteta out person. I'm not. I back Arteta, and I keep saying it as long as he progresses. I say it every stream. As long as he keeps progressing us from the previous season, I'm gonna keep backing him until he gets there, or until he stagnates and regresses. Then I want him out. Right? This season, he's progressed us in Europe. I think he's gonna progress us in the league because we're gonna end the league. Even if we lose it, we're gonna end it less than 5 points behind the leaders, which is what we did last season. So I think that's progress for me. So I would back him. Now, with that being said, however, I do think there's another section of the fan base that goes in defending Arteta a bit over the top and justifying like failures. I think this season, if we don't win the league, he's the reason that we are challenging again. So I'll give him credit for that. But that does not mean he cannot also be the reason why we failed at certain stages. And I think people don't want to give him that kind of credit. There was a comparison. The other fold of the conversation was they were comparing him to Klopp, and some frauds in this stream, not going to say who, hooks was saying that Klopp is a fraud because he only won one league title in 9 years, ignoring the fact that he's won.
Jurgen
Yeah, exactly.
Klopp.
He was
Jurgen
calling him Jurgen
Klopp.
Klopp, right? And they were making comparisons, and I saw Dio making a similar comparison to between Klopp and Arteta on the Football Terrace today. And they were saying, "Oh, look, what Klopp had a process as well." It's such a flawed argument because when Klopp took over Liverpool were almost as much in the mud as we were, right? They were absolutely horrendous. They were not in the Champions League
They
for
just challenged for a title like recently. Like they weren't
no,
that bad.
yeah, but that was. I'm
went
coming to that.
terrible.
I'm coming to that. The only challenge for the league that season, every Liverpool fan says this as well, because of 2 or 3 incredible players, and especially one of them, one superstar player, Suarez. No, but mainly Suarez because he had probably the best.
Suarez and Gerrard, bro. Like.
Coutinho,
Yeah, but no, but even Coutinho, Sturridge, you know. But
okay.
Continue. The main guy who was different from what they had and had probably one of the best individual seasons was Suarez. The biggest proof to that is when he left.
They made 130 million on Coutinho sale alone. Like we didn't have that. We bought Cedric and
but
Murray
one sec. I'm coming to that because if you look at the money spent, actually we spent more money than them in that period. But anyways,
let's talk about Arteta,
when Klopp
comparing with Liverpool.
Yeah. No. I'm just the reason we were having the argument right on WhatsApp group, and they also mentioned this later, is that they were comparing when Klopp came in. His first season, he took them to the Europa League final. Second season, top 4. Third season, Champions League final. Fourth season, won the Champions League. Fifth season, won the Premier League. So there was clear progression, and it ended in trophies by the fourth season. Where Arteta's argument falls is that it's the same period right now, that 5 years or 4.5 years, right? And he hasn't won anything. Obviously, he's won the FA Cup, fair enough, and I credit that. People keep saying, oh, it's Emery's team. It doesn't matter. Emery couldn't win it with Emery's team. And if you're going to use the argument again, it doesn't matter. Arteta deserved it. But outside that, he hasn't shown anything for it. So for me, the people who say, like T and many others, I'm pretty sure, who say they don't want Arteta out, I don't understand why they get that crazy backlash, because the fact is they have a lot to back their argument that it's been 4.5 years. We've spent a lot of money, right? Yes, have we progressed? 100%. But a lot of them, this is T's point as well, he doesn't think that Arteta is ever going to have the caliber to get us over the line. So I don't get why people have that crazy backlash to it. So
because
for me,
because can I say something to that? Just one thing, just to counter that, right? Because like I know T was saying obviously about Klopp and that. I'm not going to even use T because T is kind of like he don't overly rate Klopp or whatever. But the fact of the matter is there's a lot of man, yeah, like what you've said with Saka and people overrating him. The same thing with Klopp. We were getting told that this guy's the second best manager in the world. Yeah, some people were saying he's better than Pep Guardiola, but they were saying he's the second best manager in the world, right? We've got we've got a manager that isn't regarded as that. Now, the manager that's the second best manager in the world in his tenure at Liverpool won one league against this Pep Guardiola. That's how good Pep Guardiola and Man City are.
Why are you ending it there?
Right?
Why are you ending it at just one league and ignoring all the other big ones he's won?
No, because this. But what do you mean by the other big ones? The Champions
Because
League.
he's
and
won.
Champions League. Yeah,
No,
cool.
no. I
What I'm
said
trying to say-
Arteta won one FA Cup. Klopp has won 5 of those trophies overall. Like if you count everything.
No, and we're not trying. By the way, I'm not comparing Klopp and Arteta. That you know, I wasn't doing that. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, we now talk about Klopp and say he's the second best manager, so he should be doing. If we're saying this about Arteta and the stick that we give Arteta, then why does Klopp not get the same stick? Why is Arteta? My argument for all this Arteta stuff is, I've not said at any point Arteta ain't partly to blame for us not winning this season or whatever last season. I'm not saying he's got no blame, but I'm trying to defend it because there's a big section of the fan base that overdo it and push it all on Arteta. And I've got to say it like that. It's as simple as this. Klopp this season has capitulated more than Arteta. Yet everyone wants to say this, and they'll take Klopp over Arteta. Yeah? Yes, Klopp has it in the bank. Yes, Klopp has stuff in the bank. You can't excuse
That's
that.
your answer.
So you'd sign no. So you'd sign Jose Mourinho then. Right now, you'd go and get Jose Mourinho.
No,
but
because
why?
Klopp
But
is
why?
still
He's
in his
won
level.
everything.
Mourinho isn't. I'll explain it to you because Klopp is still in that level. Mourinho isn't.
But what I'm trying to say to you, Ash, is that this season, right now, we're all calling Arteta a fraud. Yeah, a guy that's still only 5 years into managerial for not winning this season and not winning the Champions League. Yeah, for not winning either.
I'm not calling him that.
But Klopp was clear at the top. Yeah, with world-class players in his team. He's the second best manager in the world. And he's going out in the Europa League. He's 3-0 down against Atlanta. Yet he's getting no stick.
Do you know why he's getting no stick?
Because he's
And
won
do you know why?
stuff
Do you know why
I
Arteta?
get
Do
it.
you know why? Do you know? Hold on. Do you know why Arteta?
Don't
Do you know why Arteta is getting? Hold on. 1 sec. I don't need ad libs. Wallah, I don't need ad libs. Please. Do you know why Arteta is getting so much stick? Because every time, please, bro, please. Every time he has an objective, every time he has an aim, for instance, top 4, winning the league, winning a trophy like the FA Cup, or winning a Europa League. What happens?
He's bottled it.
Bottles every single fucking opportunity, every single one. Top 4 to Spurs.
But once again, my argument
top
for
4. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let me just land my point.
Didn't bottle the FA Cup.
Top 4. Wow. Okay. Great. Top 4. He was clear for top 4, clear in front of Spurs, and still managed to bottle that, bro. Still managed
Twice.
to bottle that. He was clear of Manchester City, and still managed to bottle that one as well. Now, this season, we can give him a bit of leeway because there's 3 teams in a title race, so it's a bit more difficult to maintain because there's 3 teams. It's difficult with 3 teams. We rarely ever see a title race like this where it's going down to the end of the season. In regards to Klopp, the reason why he doesn't get that is because every time he would always get to the end. And yes, he got to the Europa League final. He still don't have the players. Second year, I think he got to the, is it second year or third year that he got to the Champions final?
Who? Klopp?
Klopp.
It was his second full season, his 3rd season overall.
So second full season, 3rd season overall, gets to the Champions League final, yeah? Then he goes, okay, that's fine. Then he goes
And then he goes on and wins it.
And then he goes on and wins it. And then again, look at how many finals he's been to. Look at how far he's taken that team. Playing against some of Europe's elite teams, bro. Yeah? We just got here. We just got here to the Champions League now. And this team just doesn't know how to play. He
It's
does not
Arteta's
know how to
first
play
year in
against.
the Champions League, and he got
He
kicked out.
doesn't know. Okay, no, but that's fine. He's still gone in the Europa League and not even touched the final, bro. The
But we're talking
furthest
about
we've got in the
we're talking about
Europa,
Champions
the
League, though.
furthest we went into in the Europa League is the quarters, I believe. Quarters was the furthest with Arteta.
In
So
the Europa
that's-
League semis, no?
Semis was
Semis or quarters
quarters.
against
Final.
Villarreal.
Finals.
Quarters,
man.
oh,
no,
quarters. Okay, my
no
bad, my bad.
semis. It was semis. So Villarreal
Was
was the
semis, no?
semis.
Yeah,
Villarreal
semis.
was
Nah.
semis. Villarreal was
Was
semis.
it?
It was. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
And then they
I
played.
remember.
Played United in the
They
finals.
played
and they beat
United in the
Yeah, yeah, it
final.
was
They
semis.
beat United in the final.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
sure? Didn't they knock United out in the round before the final?
No,
No,
they
no,
played-
it was the
they played
final.
United in the
When
final.
it was the semis when we played Smith Rowe as the false
Because
nine.
remember,
Okay.
they were playing.
Yeah.
They played us in the semi-finals. United were laughing at us for getting dunked on, and then they got dunked.
Yeah.
they got
I remember that.
Yeah.
Good times, bro. Good
Bro,
times.
bro.
But
Yeah.
I don't think there's a comparison between them because
It's not.
Pep achieved, and Arteta hasn't.
I'm not.
That simple.
Hold on. Yeah. Can I say something? I'm going to say it like this, right? I agree. There ain't a comparison because he's won it all. This is something that other people are putting in my mouth, like in the chat and that. People are putting in my thing is, just because you've achieved that, don't mean you shouldn't be getting, if anything, if you've achieved that, you should be on more stick than the guy that hasn't achieved that. Why are you
No,
bottling it? when you've
what?
achieved that? No, hold
Okay,
on,
so-
hold on.
You know why
my
that's a flawed
God.
logic, Giuseppe?
So if someone
Go ahead.
murders, I'm going to use a mad analogy. Yeah.
No, use the second one. Use the second one that he used earlier. Use the second one that he used earlier.
I don't even need to use that. Ash, I'm going to ask you this. Yeah. One guy has plotted and killed someone before. Now he plots and kills someone again. Should he be more harsh treated than a guy that's just now plotted and killed one person? No.
Yes,
Bro,
but that's a
doesn't
bad analogy. That's a false equivalency. Here's your
Bro,
actual equivalency. No, here's your actual equivalency, and this will make sense to everyone, right? Because people are saying, oh, but he bottled the league, he lost this. If Justin Gatlin beats Usain Bolt in one race and loses the next 10 races to him, did Justin Gatlin bottle those races? No, he didn't, because Usain Bolt is just a much better sprinter. He's beat him every single time. It's no shame, and just because Klopp is second best,
Okay.
that doesn't mean
So
he
now I'll
lost
ask
to
you
the best.
All right,
He didn't couple last
so no, hold on.
last
So why didn't we are we not losing to the best?
Yeah,
why
exactly.
is it all of a sudden
Why are
now
we not
Man
losing?
City ain't the best?
Because
Yeah, why are we not losing?
But
to
guys,
the
I
best?
feel like you guys are doing this on purpose. No, it's not.
why are we not
Hold on,
losing
hold on,
to
hold
the
on,
best?
let
Because
me
we're
just land.
saying,
Ash,
because
let me
I'll
just
tell you why.
land.
Okay, go
Ash,
ahead.
let me just land. Yeah. By the way, I'm not comparing them. I want to get that out there because I know people will start thinking I'm comparing them. I'm not. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, Arteta, yeah. This last season, cool. People putting, but we ain't bottled nothing this season. If we don't win the league this season, we haven't bottled it, bruv. I don't care what anyone says because the same people that will say we've bottled it this season in the league, yeah, if we don't win it, is the same
That's just
people that will tell
rivals,
me,
bro.
yeah, exactly. No, but even our own fans that are saying we're bottling it and this and that, bro. But then they'll tell me that Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world, City are the best team in the world. So how is it just not beating them is bottling it, bruv? We feel like we've got a divine right to just think we should win the league. So we should win the league, bruv. You can't demand to win a league when you're not the best team, nor
People
have
just
the
want to
best
make
manager
bottling-
in the league.
Anyone who comes second in
Once
any
again,
sporting,
I'm not saying we shouldn't be aiming to beat them, right? Of course, and we can beat them. Yeah, we can. Our time will come. Yeah, our time will come. But the fact to blame fully on Arteta is bollocks to me, bruv. Because I've seen many a game, yeah, that it's not Arteta's fault. Yeah, partially parts of the game is his fault. Yeah, cool, but parts of the game ain't his fault. Yeah, he ain't the reason Trossard against Aston Villa missed an open goal. Yeah, but yes, it may be his subs were a thing. I'm trying to say that I'm not defending Arteta and saying he's got zero blame. Once again, me and you, Ash, have the same outcome. We agree on the outcome of what we believe should happen with Arteta this and next season. We agree on that. I just don't agree with how people. I had someone in the chat tell me, I won't name him. He knows who he is. I have a man slewing Arteta so bad, he's an Arsenal fan, tell me that this guy's never going to win a major honor. That's crazy to me. That is nuts to say that.
they can't even know that. It's not even a logical thing to say.
Yeah,
But just
because
let me
this
make
guy
my
has
point.
been. Sorry, mine.
Yeah, I'll go after Martin.
This guy's been managing for 5
I'll go after
seasons.
Ash.
Yeah, 5 seasons. Once again, yeah, we now have to stick with him, in my opinion, for now. Because do you know what the problem is now? What we've done is the original error, if you want to call an error, was hiring an inexperienced manager to begin with. Because what will happen now, bro, is we'll sack Arteta, we'll go and get someone else who still might not win the league against Pep Guardiola, and Arteta will go to a Bayern or a top team and he'll win the league with them, bruv. Because he is good enough to win the league, bruv. We haven't got the squad, to win the league, bruv. Someone told someone in the chat today. Well, hold on. Someone in the chat, bro. Someone in the chat, someone in the chat said, put Mbappe in our team, we still don't win the league. Bollocks, bruv. If we had Mbappe last season, we win that league. If we have Mbappe in our team this season, we most probably win this league. You can't just say that we've got the team to do it, but then tell me we ain't got the best team in the league. Because by default, the team that should be favourites and should really be winning the league is the team with the team that has the best team and the best manager, which is Man City. We've got zero world-class players compared to a team that has several world-class players. And they've got the best manager arguably ever. You can argue that it's the best manager ever. This is why I say you can't get onto Arteta fully for being the reason we don't win the league, bro. Because Arteta, he also, the people in the chat today also tried to tell me that this Arteta, if we had, I said something like, imagine we had Eddie Howe as our manager, and Arteta was managing Man City these last 5 seasons, that he's been there. Do you think he would have won a major honour? And they told me no. That's just fraudulent, bruv. Because he would have. I don't care what anyone says, because Pep Guardiola is out of the league. Pep Guardiola ain't in the league, If Pep Guardiola ain't in the league and he's managing Man City, he wins the league, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He does. He does, man. Cool. This is also me thinking, like, assumptions, the same way as assumptions he wouldn't win, of course. But by what I've seen with my own eyes, bro, we went from being a team where people were laughing at us all of a sudden to being a team that's competing for a league, and now people are demanding, and it's mostly rival fans because they want to banter us, demanding we win the league, bruv. You cannot demand to win a league when you've only been competing for the league 1 season before this. You can't be demanding when you're up against a team that have been competing for the league for the last 10 years. The last 10 years, Man City, apart from maybe the odd season when they had a stinker or something, they have been competing for the league. So how can we come in after 1 season of competing? That was people saying we were overachieving and it was a 1 season thing and the next season weren't going to be the same, to now being like,
you know why? Okay, Giuseppe.
I wanted to know. Okay.
I just want to say one thing. Sorry, Martin. Sorry.
I've been waiting patiently, like 15 minutes. Right?
Sorry.
I know what. Look, I'm with G. Like, obviously, I think people should be rational and try and like look at this situation from like, what are alternatives? What's happening in the marketplace for managers right now? I feel like there's a change going up from experienced managers that are retiring to like everyone wants a new manager now who's got young, fresh ideas that's going to play modern football. I find it interesting that Ancelotti is using Arteta's notes to go to Man City and like keep them out. He wants to use like this fraudulent novice tactics to play against Man City. Big Ancelotti, like, are you hearing that? If Zidane came to this team, he would be absolutely clueless how to get a tune out of these young kids. He'd say, sell everyone, buy me the most expensive players, because he only ever had success with the best players in the world. So when people come to me and say Arteta has to go if he doesn't win a major, fine. I'm not going to change anyone's mind. I want everyone to have their own opinion. TK, I know you're out there. I know you're mad. Look, sack Arteta. I don't want to be responsible for him anymore. I feel like my job is done. I've got us this far. I'm not Arteta in or Arteta out. I'm just Arteta neutral. Don't associate me with his name. If you want him sacked, it's on you. Because if this club goes backwards after being closer than ever to winning a major, because we wanted like a change of scenery or a fresh smell around here with a new manager, it's going to be on your heads, because I've done all I can to keep us here. And
I want to just put out that as well. Me and Ash agree next season he's got to be winning something, and we also I just want to put out there that we've both agreed that progression is the main thing, because you cannot you cannot sack a guy that's progressing you, bruv, because you're assuming it's a big assumption that someone else is going to come in and improve us again. There's a big chance that someone comes in and actually capitulates everything we've been doing, yeah, and maybe players fall out with this guy. Yeah, and all of a sudden now Saliba wants to leave because he don't like this new guy. This stuff, like people want to say he might leave if we don't win stuff. He might leave if we get a manager in that ain't the right fit and we start dilly-dallying with managers. You have to look at both sides. I think a lot of people after these 2 games have lost their head a bit. And I hear it. And I don't think that someone like T, he's not wanted Arteta for a long time. I hear it, bro. Fair enough. And there's nothing wrong with thinking Arteta isn't right for the job. There's nothing wrong, but I can debate you for it and I can disagree with you for it and I can think you're wrong for it. You can think the same way they think I'm wrong for wanting to keep Arteta. But I can't understand sacking a guy first season in the Champions League, got us further than we've got in the Champions League in a long time, respectfully went out to Bayern Munich. We didn't get spanked, yeah? And we're talking like the league's over. We're talking like the league's over, bruv. Like Real Madrid didn't shut up shop yesterday and hold them to a draw in 120 minutes. And I know Real Madrid are quality. I know Real Madrid are quality, but that means that a certain other team can hold them to a draw as well. We can't just all of a sudden just as fans just capitulate right now, bro, because that shows how little we are as how little we are as fans. Like City, there was times where City were 3-4 points, 5 points behind us, yeah, 5 points behind us, yeah, and then we're sitting there and we're saying, oh, like City are all this, and they're sitting there going, oh, it's calm. We'll just wait and see, bro. We're not going to overreact. So Arsenal fans overreact too much.
Giuseppe, this is Ash. Can I just say one thing? Sorry, I had this on my mind for ages.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing. The thing is, sorry, big up Martin.
Oh, wait. I want to hear what you're going to say, sir.
Okay. So the one thing I have to say is Arteta. I don't think what's being said right now would be being said by against Arteta if the guy actually went and won like cups, like even a League Cup, even an FA Cup, that would keep the fans happy and content while challenging for the league. I
wouldn't be content with that.
No, but it would keep you going and challenging for leagues if you're winning an FA Cup here in a season. You wouldn't be as this guy doesn't even win nothing. The main thing. Oh my goodness.
Bro, by the way,
sorry, one second. Yeah, they didn't score.
But
the one thing.
Can I say one thing about that?
No, hold on.
One second, because I want to rebuttal your points.
The FA Cup thing, I just want to say, last 2 FA Cups we've gone out to City and Liverpool, bro. Like you got to actually deep that. Like that ain't. I don't.
No. That means fuck all. That means fuck all.
We'll come to that.
That means fuck all. G, don't use that, bro. Please.
I don't want to
that Liverpool team got dunked on and managed to still beat us. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense, bro. And that Man City game, bro. I don't know what's going on in that game. I don't know what was going on in that game. How he disrespected Pep when Pep was supposed to. Now it's big up Martin. When Pep started his full team, and Arteta went and started a secondary team. The disrespect
exactly
it reeks off of him.
Okay, so a couple of things. I just want to rebuttal G's points like really quick. So first of all, I'll just start on the Klopp Arteta thing just to end it there because I don't want this to be a Klopp versus Arteta kind of thing. But you cannot say why is the second best manager consistently losing to the best manager in the world. Again, that's why I give the example of Justin Gatlin versus Usain Bolt. Justin Gatlin is the second best sprinter at that time. If he keeps losing to Usain Bolt, doesn't mean he's a bottle job. It just means the guy who's better than him every single time keeps beating him every single time. Now, if Justin Gatlin bottles it and every time finishes 3rd and 4th, that's a whole different conversation. That's bottling. Losing a league, I agree, of course it's not a bottle job, but we can't say that we bottled the league last season. And the reason why we use the word bottle in this case is because you were in a position to win the league from an advantageous position and you dropped it. Not someone else forced you to drop it. You dropped it, right? Klopp, he did bottle a league once in 2018, 2019 when they were 7 points clear of City and they let City catch up and City ended up winning the league. Every other season he's lost the league. They didn't bottle it. People are talking about 2 seasons ago, the fraud hooks. I wish he was here because I wanted to say this while he was here. He was like, oh, in a group chat, he was like, oh yeah, Klopp bottled the quad. No, he didn't. He was 14 points. Okay, he had 2 games in hand. He was 8 points behind Man City that season. And he clawed that back to 1 point. So you can say he bottled the league. The reason why is I think this season you can say, rivals can say we slightly bottled the league is because I didn't think we were going to win the league. Up until that City game, I didn't think we were going to win the league, right? The moment the moment Liverpool dropped points against United and we went top, any team who stopped from that point and loses it, especially when you don't have to play each other anymore, for me, that's a bottle because it was in our hand. Now, if I'll tell you this, we have Spurs coming away and we have United away. If let's say we won every single game until the United away game and we drop points there and we lost it, that for me wouldn't be a bottle job because it's not a shock for you to lose away to United or Spurs. You're expected to have a difficult game there, even though United sucks this season. But the fact is teams go there and sometimes don't win. Liverpool haven't won there this season against them twice at Old Trafford and once at Anfield, right? But the fact that you drop points at home to Aston Villa, the team that's the same team that's been getting smashed by every big team by every other decent team in the Premier League this season, that is a bottle job. You bottled that game, and because you bottled one sec, G. I just want to land all the points so I don't forget. Because you bottled that game, right? And ended up bottling the top place. For me, that is a bottle. The thing as well, I don't agree that Arteta is fully to blame. I think he's mainly to blame. That's the difference between my argument and yours. We both agree that he should be given till next season. We both agree that he should win something next season because logically that's the only error margin left for progression, right? But I think he's mostly to blame. The biggest example is I think you and many other fans have said that, oh, if we have a striker, we win the league. If we have a striker, we do this. But it was Arteta that decided not to sign a striker. He's the one who decided to spend 65 million on Kai Havertz, who isn't a great midfielder and isn't a great striker, right? He made a decision and he played Havertz for half a season as a midfielder. He saw it didn't work. He subbed him off. And then he saw Jesus is not working. He brought back Havertz, but as a striker this time, right? So Arteta himself, who made a mistake, realized it, and in the end, indirectly admitted it by changing Havertz's style. The fact that you're saying, oh, yeah, we didn't have a striker, otherwise we could have done it. Yeah, but you spent 65 million on someone who's not a striker and who's not a midfielder. So that's on you as a manager, right? I just have 2 more points. The City thing, there's 2 more points. City, you're saying, yes, can City capitulate? Of course they can, but then so can we. And that was the whole argument. I did a prediction sheet with Saad, right? And both Saad and I had Arsenal winning the league because we had Arsenal dropping points. I had Arsenal dropping points against Spurs and United. I had us drawing both games, winning every game. And I had City dropping points. I think it was away maybe to Spurs and away to Crystal Palace. The moment they beat Crystal Palace, my prediction changed because I'm like, I think they're going to win every game except the Spurs game, right? And I expected us to drop points to United and drop points to Spurs, right? So when they won and obviously we stayed on top. And by the way, I also thought we'll probably lose to City even though I predicted a draw. The moment we went on top and we had Aston Villa at home and we dropped points there, I still think we'll drop points to Spurs. I still think we'll drop points to United. Same. So it's not the same thing because we can win the league. Of course they can. But now, because we lost that stupid game to Villa, you have reduced your margin to error to almost nothing. So now we have to win every single game. By the way, I'll say this, yeah? If we win every single game from here till the end of the season, I'll happily say we didn't bottle the league. City just were phenomenal because City went on a freaking 10-game winning streak. How the hell are you supposed to match that? It's fine. But I don't think we're going to do that, which is why I'm saying we bottled it. The last point, which is the last thing you mentioned, the FA Cup, we did bottle the FA Cup because last season we lost to City. Anyone can lose to City at the Etihad. But as Saad said, we started our second team. We rested 6 starters. And despite resting 6 starters, we only lost 1-0 to a Nathan Ake goal, right? So actually, if we started our best team, we could have won. And against Liverpool started an abysmal team. They had a lot of players rested or injured, right? We dominated them in that first half. We should have been 3 or 4 goals up, and we bottled that game. And in the end, they scored from an own goal and obviously scored the second goal from a counter. So even though we played Liverpool and City, we bottled the FA Cup.
Yeah, cool. Now, I'm going to say it like this, right? First thing, I want to say, what is the definition of bottling a game? Because for me, bottling the game means you're like 2-0 up and then you lose the game. It's not what we've done this season. The fact that we're even in the talk is that we've been on a phenomenal run. A phenomenal run this calendar year. Yeah. Because if we bottled the league, if you want to say we bottled the league, you got to say we done it back in December, bruv, when we lost them games. That's when we fucked up. Yeah. Losing one game out of every game we have played this calendar year so far is expected. It's gonna happen, bruv. No one goes on winning. No one does that. Even City don't do that. Even
City do that, and Liverpool as well.
Do you know how many games we've won? Do you know how many games we won before we? How many games we hadn't lost in before we lost?
Yeah. 9 wins, 1 draw. Yeah.
So 10 games without losing a game. Yeah, and then a game happens, and you lose the game. Now, why I'm saying this is because we're talking too early. We got to see next few games. We got to wait and see about that. That's my argument with Arteta. People already saying we're losing this. We don't know yet. We don't know why we the bottle jobs, but Tottenham are battling for the top 4, and they're notoriously bottle jobs as well. So how do we know when we go to play them, they don't bottle it to get their top 4 position and we beat them?
It's a derby game. It's completely different.
But
G,
there can be 2 bottle jobs in one season. And by the way, I agree with you. We bottled it in December against West Ham and Fulham, but then we somehow caught life, and then we bottled it again. This is why I said 2 seasons ago we bottled top 4 twice because we were favorites for top 4.
We were never favourites this season. We would even before. Hold on. You know why we didn't bottle it, Ash? Because we were not favourites.
That means we didn't bottle last season either.
No, that's
by
different.
that logic,
that's
right?
Well different. That's well.
We
different,
were not favourites. But we were not favourites, though.
No, but bro, we were at the time. We were at the time when we were up there. We weren't before we lost to going into that Aston Villa game. We were not favourites to win this league. We were not favourites to win the league going into the Aston Villa game. We wasn't, bro. We wasn't.
Based on whom? Okay, I'll tell you.
After
based
Crystal
on
Palace,
my own prediction,
but by
we
your
were
predictions, no, we weren't. No, we weren't because once Man City beat Crystal Palace, yeah, that means the only game you saw them dropping points to, yeah, was against Tottenham, and you had us losing against dropping points against Tottenham and Man City.
No. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you. Can I present my screen, Saad? Is that okay? Saad? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I'll show it because literally, Saad and I did this. Let me just share this quickly, like over here. Can you guys see it? Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is the one I did. This is the one Saad did. And this is what I did for City. I had us winning the league. And I swear to you, by the way, we hit the total points because our logic was we'll just predict game by game and we'll see what it ends in the end, what it leads us to in the end.
Yeah, hold on. So once again, yeah, when I see so hold on, where's City here? I just need to think of where we are. So,
this is my City.
So once again, your points tally, yeah. At the point where we go into the Aston Villa game, they'd already beaten City. Therefore, your thing goes up by 2 points. They're on 89 points and we're on 88. So we don't go into that game as favourites, bro. We don't, by your logic. By what you've put, because his tally is 87 points.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah? But they beat Palace. Before we played Villa, the week before, they beat Palace. So that means his tally now goes up to 89, where ours stays at 88.
But that's my point. If let's say I agree because City 1 year, so the whole thing changes. So if I add, for example, 3 points here, it becomes 89. I agree. But I'm saying if we, let's say, won against Aston Villa and dropped it here, the reason I wouldn't say we bottled it, for me at least, I'm not going to speak on behalf of anyone else, because I didn't see us winning those 2 games, right? Because those 2 games, if we drop points to Tottenham and United, those are not shockers. It's a derby, and Old Trafford is a difficult ground for us, right? That's different. Then you can just say, hey, you know what? We literally had an amazing run. We freaking got a point at Tottenham, point at United, point at City, and in the end we lost by 1 point. But when you lose to Aston Villa, right? When you lose to Aston Villa again,
I also want to say that this Aston Villa, we got to stop talking like Aston Villa's like losing to Luton this season. It's not like
it's a horrendous loss, though.
It's not good. It's not a good loss at all. I agree with that. We should be beating them. Definitely being at home.
It's the manner. Right? It's the manner of the loss, bro.
But
it's the manner of the loss as well.
The fact is, they're not right. Like it happens, bro. That ain't bottling it for me. That's not bottling it, bro. If we finish the league,
same Aston Villa team,
bro. But if we finish the league, 3 points, for example, off of Man City, that's not bottling the league, bro. Because we've gone to the last week potentially being able to win, right? and they've got a better team and a better manager than us. So they, but like, bro, this is all I'm trying to say.
See, it doesn't work that way.
I don't
Because they
believe-
already slipped. They already slipped and gave us an opportunity. They already slipped. You know what? You know what? It's like saying
But when
United versus Chelsea. I'll tell you this. It's like saying United versus Chelsea. United in 2008 were a better team than Chelsea. They won the league. They won back-to-back leagues. When they played the Champions League final, do we not say that Chelsea bottled it with the John Terry pen,
Bro.
even though United were
bro,
favorites?
listen,
You can't
I'm
say the
gonna say it like
favorites.
this. Bro, once you're saying the bottle thing that you're saying, right? That why is everyone allowed to slip, but we're not allowed to slip? We have to be. You're talking like we have to be some team that just.
We
don't-
are allowed to
Once again-
slip, but that
once
doesn't mean we
again-
didn't bottle it.
So once again, I'm gonna tell you this, Ash. Yeah, from how you're speaking about us and saying that if we don't do that, we're bottle jobs. You're overrating us. You're overrating.
I don't think
us.
he's. I don't. Gee, I think you're misunderstanding what he's saying. You're thinking he's saying if we slip up, we bottled this league title. I don't think that's what Ash is saying. I think Ash is saying we bottled that game against Aston Villa. That game, we were favourites in that game.
No,
the
but he's
fact
saying
that
we
we lost
bottled the
to them-
league.
Are you saying we
I'm
bottled this
saying-
league?
I'm saying obviously we bottled the game against Aston Villa. If
I
we
agree
go
with
on to
that.
win every single, if let's say, sorry, City drop points, or let's say we drop points to Spurs, which is something I'm predicting, and they also drop points somehow somewhere else, and we end up losing the league by a point or two, I think we bottled the league. Because, and the reason I'm saying this is because that Aston Villa defeat should not have happened. However, I've also said in the beginning, if we win every single game from here till the end of the season, then Giuseppe, you're right. We would have got more points than I predicted because we would have got 3 against Spurs, 3 against United when I only expected us to get 2. Then fair enough, I'll say we didn't bottle the league. But if what I predict is going to happen now, which is us dropping points to Spurs and dropping points to United, and let's say City drop points in 2 games instead of 1, which is what I predicted, then I will say, yes, we bottled the league because City ended up dropping points in another game. And by the way, look at the game I put City to drop points in. It's not even Spurs away. I actually thought it was Spurs away. It wasn't even Spurs away. It was, I think, Crystal Palace away and Nottingham Forest away. So imagine now if they drop points away to Brighton or away to Spurs as well, a second game. They would have dropped points in 2 games, which means we threw the league away because City dropping points to Tottenham, it's not a shock. City dropping points away to Brighton is not a shock. Us dropping points to Aston Villa at home is a massive shock because this same Aston Villa team this season was smashed by Liverpool 3-0, was smashed by Newcastle 5-1, was smashed by Tottenham 4-0, was beaten by United home and
This is
away,
what-
was beaten by City just last week 4-1. Come on, bro.
Bro, I
That is a
still
shock.
there's the difference between you and I, right? In this opinion, I still think that if our prediction carries on the way yours is, I still don't think we bottled the league, bro. I don't think that's bottling the
Yeah,
league.
I agree. If City win every single game and except drop points in one, I agree with you. Fair enough. Assuming we drop points at Spurs and United, where I expect. But I'm saying,
assuming.
let's say, go ahead.
I'm assuming you're saying bottled the league because when we went top by goal difference, it was in our hands.
It
Is
was
that the reason why you're saying
It was,
we
yeah, it
bottled?
was in our hands, and the fact that we lost a shock defeat to Villa. That's why I said if we were top of the league and we drew to United, and then City went on to win the league, I wouldn't call that a bottle job because it's not a shock for us to lose to United. It's a difficult game. We go there, we know that we are probably not going to win. It's a very difficult game. But losing at home to Villa, it's a shock result. If Liverpool, for example, who do they have that's a difficult game left? Villa. They have Villa away. Let's say Liverpool won against Crystal Palace. Let's say they were top of the league right now. They went on to win every single game, but then they drew away to Villa. And then City went on to win the league. Would people say that's a bottle job? That's not a bottle job because they're expected to drop points against Villa. It's not a shock. We were rocked at home by Villa, which is not an expected result. That's why I'm saying if we end up
I
winning every
understand
game and we win against
Look, but
Spurs
then you
United
could-
and
you-
still lose, go ahead.
you could say that Villa's still playing very good, but
Yeah.
I listen.
Not
I,
away from home. Away from home, they suck.
All I'm saying is you could say they were playing good, but you can't even say that because they didn't have their full team, bro.
They didn't. And we had
They
our full
Bro,
team.
Half the team, and we had the full team, and we actually fucking.
I still don't think that counts us as bottling the league this year. I
The
don't
thing
think
is,
you can go-
you.
I don't think you can say Arsenal bottled the league this year because of that one Aston Villa result, bruv. You
I
can't
don't
do
think
that,
we.
bruv.
I'm. Listen, I'm also in the same camp. I think if you bottle the league is when you have a substantial lead and then the
Yes.
teams claw back that lead. For example,
Okay, can I ask you? I'll throw an example. at you guys.
Liverpool this season were 5 points ahead. 5 points ahead
3,
from City.
technically.
No, it was 5. It wasn't with the game in
City
hand.
had a game in hand. City had
No,
a
they
game in hand.
didn't.
No,
They
they
didn't.
didn't.
When it was
No.
5,
Yes, they
they
did.
didn't. Are you
Guys,
sure?
I can go check
No.
it. They had a game in hand. If they won the game in hand, they would have been 3 points, 100%, because they went to the Club World Cup and they missed that game. They had 3 points. It was 5. They were 6 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. So it was technically 3 points. By the way, I want to throw this question to you guys, since you guys are saying it's a big gap. Let's assume the United game is the second last game of the season, right? It's the second
Yeah.
last game of the season. And then we have Everton at home. Let's
Yes.
assume we come to the United game and we're top of the league. City drop points somewhere, God knows where. And now the league is in our hands. If we win against United and against Everton, the league is ours. Let's say we drop points to United and then we lose, and then we beat Everton and we lose the league, obviously. Would you guys say that's a bottle job? 2 games left. We're top of the league. We win the last 2 games, we win the league. Is that a bottle job? If we drop points to United, then?
Hold on. Give me the example again. Wallah, I didn't even.
Let's say-
Sorry.
Depends on the game.
No. So let's say United's game is game week 37. It's our second last game
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Old
sorry.
Trafford.
Yeah.
Let's say coming before that game, we are top of the league because City dropped points in 2 games, for example, right? So we just need to beat United at Old Trafford and beat Everton at home in the last game to win the league. That's it. The league is ours.
Yeah.
But somehow we drop points to United. We drew to United,
Yeah.
and then we lose the league. Would that be a
Right.
bottle job?
No, it depends. And I'll say it like this: depends on
On-
how the result was. If we drew with them, and Man United, you watch the game, we're at their ground, they play really well, we play really well, and we just don't get over the line. That's not bottling it. If we're 2-0 up in the 60th minute, and then they claw 2 goals back against us, that's different. That's
No,
bottling it.
let's say, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say we're playing really well. We go attack for attack, but we just miss chance after chance, and it ends up 0-0. And we don't finish our chances.
I don't think that's bottling it, bro. I don't think that's bottling it.
You know what? Can I just end this off? Yeah, I want to end this off with one thing that was said in the comments. No matter what happens, Arsenal will always
Yeah.
be called.
Yeah,
bottle
that's
jobs
dead
by
banter.
rivals.
That's dead
And
banter.
that's
Yeah.
why I
It's-
don't think
it's
as Arsenal fans
fine.
we should be saying that. I don't think as Arsenal
Yeah,
fans
that's
we
dead
should be allowing that narrative all the time of we bottled it. Yeah, you can't bottle
Gee,
something when people wrote us off in December, and now all of a sudden, because we done really well to get even back into it, now we're bottle jobs. Now we're bottle jobs. Even though
But
we
gee,
were
it
were
doesn't
saying,
I don't-
work that way.
we all writ
The thing
ourselves
is-
off.
The thing is, listen.
But we came back. We
I wanna
came
end-
back.
يا أخي والله يا أخي لا حملك للوالدين لا رحمك للوالدين.
Okay,
Yeah?
okay. I'm done.
Say آمين يا أخي.
I mean, yeah.
Say آمين يا رب. Listen, we're gonna end it there, man. We're gonna end it there. Arsenal are absolute bottle jobs. They're the biggest bottle jobs in Premier League history. Big up
No,
to
that's
the
Tottenham.
Arsenal, man. Big up to the Arsenal. It actually is Tottenham. How can he end up third in a 2-horse race, bro? It's crazy. But anyway, big ups to everybody who is here, man. Big ups to everybody who has tuned in. I'm gonna be sending you over to Lou Sam, okay? Mr. Hassam, who's currently Lou Sam. You know,
Also, one thing, sorry, Sad,
the
before we go, rival fans have to take a look in the mirror and wonder, and now look at themselves and wonder why, when Arsenal eventually do win the league, we're going to be unbearable, and it's because it's your own fault. Because
Yep.
the way you are to us when we're losing and laughing at us, and Tottenham fans making streams when they're not even in the Champions League, Chelsea fans laughing when they're not even in Europe. Yeah, you got Man United fans laughing at us going out to Bayern when they went out in a group, fourth in the group.
The
with
worst
Bayern in
ones,
with
Chelsea.
Bayern in the
The
group,
worst ones, Chelsea.
Chelsea. So now you're doing that to us. You cannot now try and say, "Oh, it's going to be annoying now if Arsenal win the league. They're going to be unbearable," because you've made us unbearable. I just want to.
Toxic Dash,
Hey,
I promise you, if we win the league, Toxic Dash,
Bro,
you
I'm
you
sitting on the
better
stream.
not
You're
I might do
finished.
like I might
You're
do a
finished,
24-hour
you know
stream
that.
with you, man. You know, I might do a
Hey,
24-hour stream with you, man. If we
listen, if we
when
win the
win
league, if
Not
we
this
win the
season,
league,
but like
yeah,
in the
Tash
future.
is finished, bro. Tash is finished. I'm dunking
All
on
of
this
them.
guy so hard, bro. I'm gonna go to South Africa or wherever the hell he is, bro, and I'm gonna find this guy, bro. And he's getting dunked on, bro. I can't lie, real life, bro. I'm gonna tell him about his club. I'm gonna tell him about his manager, bro. But anyway, listen, big up to you guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna pass you over to Sam. So go in there, just spam Saga.
Guys, we give you amazing entertainment, so please like and subscribe and share the
Yeah.
video so we
I'm
can
mad
bring more
tired, bro.
entertainment like this, please.
Please.
It's 12 a.m. It's 12 a.m. where I am right now when we're still doing this. So,
Bro,
guys,
I've
get a
I've
video.
got to wait. I've got to wait for 2 hours for Al-Ahwa. So listen,
Ooh.
yeah, it's gonna be jarring, bro. Just getting cooked. And Champions League stuff and all of that, bro.
You have
I-
Hamza
I-
with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
see a bit of him last night. I felt like crap last night. I was meant to go on Mo's stream, but see him trying to make that guy.
He was
like-
actually no. He was actually getting dunked on majority of the stream.
yeah. He
can hold
can't
that.
say nothing. That's why he had to hold it, but he was still trying to make up stuff.
No, he made up all the excuses. He said that they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
tired. He said they were injured. You know what I mean? He said that Real Madrid are cowards. They play like
yeah,
Burnley.
I
He called
tweeted-
them
I
Luton
tweeted-
Town.
I
He said
tweeted,
they
yeah,
played
I,
Luton.
Down.
I had to tweet Hamza to say he is the sole reason that I hope these charges are real. Yeah,
Bro,
him is the sole
Hamza
reason.
is a Hamza is a fraud, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, quickly before we end this, Hamza.
Big up
yeah,
Hamza, by the way.
Big up, Hamza.
yeah,
Yeah.
hold that, Hamza. Hold that, you fraud. The reason why Hamza is such a fraud, yeah, is because no matter what happens, yeah, you will never hear it come out of his mouth any criticism against Pep. Like he you can push him into criticizing players and stuff like that, but he will never criticize Pep. Never, ever in his life will he ever criticize Pep. And Pep's made some clangers this season, but he will never criticize him. And that's just because he's his guy. But anyway, laters, my people.
Big up, guys.
Take care.
Big up.
Peace out. Laters. Peace.